All right, guys, give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm here. All right, today we're talking about, well, tonight's pop culture, but we're talking about Tom Sandoval and Victoria on the Nick Vile files. They did an interview on there. Quite interesting. We're going to go talk about that. And then we're gonna talk about Clayton Echard, who was a bachelor, and on The Bachelor, like on the show. And I don't know if the chick was on. Her name is Laura Owens, but for some reason, this chick is absolutely banana bonkers over this guy. I think they met up one time, and they didn't really. She gave him, oral sex. That was it. They went home. He thought that, I don't know if he liked her or whatever, but like, I guess she decided to say that she was pregnant or something by him after this. And there's a long 2-year thing that this goes with, right? And it's like, it's and there's other guys involved, and there's like other, I would call them victims, I guess. And she is just, then she says domestic violence when the people weren't even at her house. I mean, I'm talking about like I've never heard such a thing, and I can't believe that more people aren't talking about it. I found it on the Dave Neal. I'm coming, guys. I'm just trying to get TikTok. I found it on the Dave Neal podcast, the one who talks about Baldoni and stuff. I talk about other stuff too, but I'm just trying to get TikTok. But and also Laura Lethal Lauren, I think her name is, from the I'll link their things, their podcast. I'm sorry, their YouTube channels. I'm so confused. Is it? What do you mean? Listen, what? What is it? Oh my god, I hate this. Sorry, guys. Lethal Lauren. I'm gonna link their stuff definitely when we get there. What do you mean? I'm so confused. Okay. Did I put the thing in the right thing? I'm so confused. Please work. Oh, we got it. Okay, it's working. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so Lethal Lauren. And it's the Hey Q, thanks for coming. Please put Q's channel, or I'm sorry, Mamir's here. If my are you? Oh God, if you're my mods here, can you please link Q and DJ's channel? Also, Mamir, you get Aaron and DJ. Aaron's channel's fine with Aaron D. And also, I would like you to, but Lethal Lauren, or it's I'm sorry, Court of Public Opinion is her channel. I don't know if Mamir is here, but like if she does come in, I want to have her do that before we leave. Lethal Lauren, also Dave Neal's podcast, which we've done before. Please do that. Link his channel. I don't know where Mira is, but if she comes in here now, please. Because that's who I'm getting my information from. And I was going to say to do it to Nick Vile too, but I don't give a fuck about him. He's really an ignorant person. He tried to block Zach's interview. Actually, he did block Zach's interview. Zach had an interview with them this week, and because he was on the because they were on the Nick Vile files, he has a rule that he can be on nobody else's podcast until he releases his, which I think is absolutely horrible. And Zach couldn't get his interview with Tom and Victoria. We know who Vicky is, right? So yeah, where's my mirror? I need her. You can. I don't want you guys have to. I don't want. I was asking you to do, but I don't want you have to go look for all this everybody's channel links. But just make sure I don't forget linking, because it's, I'm gonna play Nick Vile, and I'm gonna play the interview, and I'm gonna play it on here so you guys can see it, and we're gonna react to it. But I just don't want to not say this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get my camera up, but I'm sorry. I'm reality of history again. Sorry. If you would probably always want to fast forward the first 10 minutes of all of my shows. I should probably link that description, because it takes me a while to get started usually. And if you like to watch the Crazy Live, if you're listening on the podcast side, I'm here twice a day, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I was slacking recently, but I'm back, and I will be here. We're talking about pop culture stuff usually, and the Housewives. So, let's see. I get to okay. So so now Clayton Echard. So I told you The Bachelor. He was a Bachelor. Hey, Curves, on obviously the show The Bachelor, right? I don't know how far he got. I'm not sure if he was like on it like a couple times. But anyway, he meets this girl Laura Owens. I don't know if she was on the show or not. But allegedly they met up one time. She gave him a blowjob, and that was it. She claims that she's pregnant. What is wrong with this thing? It's not letting me I don't know. I guess I'm going to do it this way. Curves, I don't know if you want to come up. Everyone's come up while we do the Sandoval and Victoria interview. But yeah, so I'm gonna drop the link anyway, just in case you want to come up. No dick pics, please. Just my normal peeps, whoever wants to come up. my peeps, my fam. I'm so proud of everybody, guys. You know how long we've been doing this together? Years. Erin always reminds me. I always think it's like last year's. She's like, no, babe, that was like 2 years ago. Like this summer is going to be, I think, the 4th or 5th summer that we've been doing this together. And Larja, me, Erin, we've all been knowing each other. That's so crazy to me. Did I think about how much time goes by? Like, I want to have a live where we talk about time, because I watched this really not fucked up, but this like eye-opening thing about how time has been speeding up and how it feels like, for me, it feels like from 2017 on to 2024 was a complete, like, I don't even think that was 8 years. It feels so weird to me that was 8 years, and that's how long I've been off paper, right? And I don't feel like it's been that long. I feel like it's only been like 3 or 4 years, right? And I mean like off like probation stuff, right? It's like something. And then I saw this documentary about missing time, and it's not just me. It's like that's a long story for another time. So I dropped the link. I'm gonna go to Nick Wiles first, and then we'll go to Clayton Eckerd. Like I said, Lethal Lauren is the Court of Public Opinion, and the Dave Neal podcast are the 2 that I won't link. And obviously my peeps. What is going on here? What is this? Oh, let me hear out. Okay, sorry, Krista. I'm going to apologize to my. What do I have mental addiction on there for? Yeah, you know what? I'm going to have the mental illness banner up, please. What am I saying, please? Who am I talking to? Myself. Because I believe that she is mentally ill and they're both on drugs. That's my opinion. Oh, sorry. Everything is led to my opinion. I think that I'm a crazy person. I don't know what I'm talking about. Blah blah blah. Fair use. Blah blah blah. I'll get all large to do the fair use for me. Fair use for me. Where are you? What happened? What's going on? I'm like, what happened?
Am I?
Hi, lover.
Hi, sorry about earlier.
Good.
Called.
Oh, that's okay. I can't really hear you, babe. Turn your thing out.
Can you wait? I'm on my phone. I'm sorry.
There you go. That's good. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's okay. I'm glad to be back in the building with Krista Marie. Smash your buttons. Copyright disclaimer, Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Fair use is permitted for research, commenting, education, and it tips in the balance of personal, educational, fair use. And that's what all this stuff is under.
Okay. So, Nick Files, the ignorant asshole that he is, every time somebody has an interview with him, they're not allowed to have another interview. Hey, Instagram. They're not allowed to have another interview until his comes out, which I think is absolutely banana cakes. But whatever. So it's Tom Sandoval. I mean, listen, he doesn't sound as bad as I thought he would, but I mean, she just is so fucking strange to me. When she interrupts and she doesn't really make any sense, and it's kind of sad, and I don't know if she's on drugs or if she's just a dummy, but she's not a model. She never was. She was a girl that was on the yachts. She did it one time. She never hooked up. She never dated Leo DiCaprio. They actually fucked one. Like, that's it. Never talked to her again. That's it. That's her claim to fame. Okay. They're like, the way that Nick brings it up, it's so funny. Like, she just says what it's basically. So, of course, I have the ads. All right, here we go. Krista. And then the Clayton Eckerd one is so wild to me. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but it's this girl, like Clayton, he was a bachelor, and then this chick. The rabbit hole in this is like 240 videos deep on Dave Neal's podcast. There's so many victims, this chick. She's wild, but we're gonna go over it after. All right, so nobody can hear this, obviously.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's like,
my line of work, if you snooze, you lose out on making money.
I can hear it.
You can
Our block.
I just muted it. Okay.
You're crazy.
You guys ready? Should we cheers first? Let's cheers. Yeah.
Files, Nick Val podcast, Nick Val Files on YouTube, and then Court of Public Opinion, Lethal Lauren Lenetti. If you can't find it, it's Court of Public Opinion. She does a lot about ball donating, but she's the one that has the Clayton Eckerd stuff and the Dave Neal podcast, and everybody else in there. Thank you, love you so much for the best, your best, your best. Okay, everybody's ready. Okay, good. Now let's see. I'm not gonna oh shit, I gotta fast forward this shit. Fast forward a little bit so I don't get in trouble. What a dick. Don't go on other podcasts until my end because I'm such a fucking faggot. Ooh. Sorry. That's a bad word. That's a bad word. I can't stand this dude. He's so fucking.
Yes. Tom.
Cheers.
He was on The Bachelor like 10 times before he got married. He was 16. His wife is, listen, where you at? His wife is basically a child bride, Nick. He's like in his 30s, and he married a chick not from The Bachelor, but she was like 19 or 18 or 19 when they got married. Like 30-year different or 40, 20 years, some whacked out number. And he's like a midget, it looks like. I can't tell. I used to really like him because he gets a lot of good guests, but the way he does his interviews, he's just horrible at it. But anyway, not that I'm any better, but well, let's see what's looking to it. The more important thing is these two that we want to. These two we have to study because remember.
Like, oh, okay. So, like, let's say you interviewed with him. He says you can't interview with anybody else until I release this. Does he have like a reasonable amount of time?
He does it like 2 days, a day or two. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, yeah. And I think also, like, I don't know if it's like he said, like, wait a week or something. I don't fucking know. Zach Peter was the one who got screwed this week because of it. Yeah. And I was just, and I mean, like, I didn't know people could even do that. I guess because I don't think they say anything interesting. Mm-hmm. It's just they're just like that's crazy. He's a changed man, he says, and I'm not going to clown him like I do Jax because I feel like he's doing a little better. This conversation with her, it's kind of fucked up. Like she just, all right, pay attention when she interrupts, and tell me if you think she makes sense. Just tell me because I might just be picking on her. I don't know.
Welcome back, Victoria. Welcome to the Vile Files.
Thanks for having me back.
Great to have you guys back. Cheers. Let's take a sip.
Yes.
This is Tom's.
Yes. It's called Tom's.
It's called Tom's. Tom's Good Lovin'. Brought to you by the good men of Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval.
Yes, it's a port blended bourbon.
Oh my God, it's strong.
Oh, it's 90 proof. Wow.
That's pretty good. So it's
a tiny sip.
It's good.
Right?
It's good.
It's smooth, right? Yeah. You feel like you taste the port finish on the end?
I gotta say, I'm not a connoisseur. It's very good though.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I'd absolutely drink it. I will absolutely drink it. I am absolutely drinking it. Tom, I'm really excited to have you here.
I was a little nervous coming back here.
Yeah, I would imagine. I honestly thought there was no way you would come back on the show.
It took some convincing on your part, and Dylan helped. Dylan Efron definitely helped.
That was we appreciate Dylan. Yeah, I think a lot of people will be surprised to see you here as well.
Good. We like surprises.
We do like surprises. Do you want to talk?
Why would you be surprised? Why? Are you such a weirdo, dude? So fucking weird. Sorry.
Talk about the first episode at all?
Man, that was a lot. I was going through a lot. Obviously, I was in a very different place in my life, and yeah, I mean, first off, I know that we had talked it was my fault. Like we had texted that we were,
I'm glad you acknowledged that.
You were an hour late, motherfucker.
No, it was fully.
I was actually there right before he showed up. Yeah. Like I was with him.
You were. Oh, you were.
I was.
You guys were dating then.
Yeah. Yeah, I was with him. He had no clue he had a podcast. I actually asked him because he was full on bawling his eyes out right before he even saw you because he was talking to me about his friend Ali.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
I'm actually wearing Ali's shirt.
And we had a long night. And I asked him like the night before and I was like, do you have anything tomorrow? He goes, no, I'm good. And then all of a sudden call comes and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, this could.
He was an hour fucking late. This is when he was late the first time to Nick Vile's podcast. Oh. Right after Scandal. And they were all fucked up all night. He came in. I was fucked up.
Not be more terrible.
You think? I'm sorry. I'm picking on her.
What happened was I had a Google calendar.
That's the Amber Heard shit. What happens is
with my manager, and we had set up a date for me to come in here, and then you texted me like I don't know, 5 days earlier to change the date, but you had texted me directly, and so it didn't go on my Google calendar. But I was like, no, it's fine, it's fine. It was my fault.
I did text you like several times just to remind you.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't.
So Tom late to a fucking interview because he's fucked up now. It's like this is not Sandoval that I remember, and I'm starting to process the fact that he's never coming back. But it's just crazy to me that he is so irresponsible. No wonder he lost Tristan Sandy's, in my opinion.
Listen, we're here now.
We're here.
That's all that matters. It was quite the episode.
Yeah, it was. I had been up. We had gone out. I'd been up all night. You process grief at different times, and at that point, that was like one of the first times it like really hit me that like about my friend, you know, emotionally and mentally about everything with my friend Ali, who had passed away. And it just was like, I was just up all night, just like sobbing and like, just like talking about him. I was like really sad because obviously I was like, I really liked her and I really wanted her to meet him and like just that whole, you know, just all of it.
That was the first time he ever poured his heart out, like ever even spoke about him to me.
Oh, really?
And so if you notice on your last podcast, his eyes are super puffy. It was just from crying.
Yeah.
And he was
inebriated at all?
Oh no, I mean,
he was drinking.
Look who's here. Let me see. Is that you? Is that you, Maui? This is my security when he comes back to Jersey. Security. This how tall are you? 7 foot? He's huge, this dude over here. My friend. Really good. I've known him since high school. Thanks for being here, man. When you come back to Jersey. All right, I'm playing. This isn't a good interview. This is Tom Sandoval, by the way. His cousin used to work for Pump. There he is. His cousin, what was his name? He was a manager at Pump I think he was a manager at Pump. Before it was Pump, maybe. Anyway, thanks for coming.
Okay,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We call him Tall Ball.
Yeah.
We had both been drinking.
I
If I
wasn't
would have
sure.
known, I would have been like,
Oh,
no,
I
we're
mean,
going
I
to
would
bed.
have too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I completely.
How long was
forgot.
that? Wait, it was over a year ago.
Over a year
Yeah.
ago.
So it was in January. I know that.
Completely forgot.
You've come a long way.
Thanks, man.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like I have. I actually wasn't even planning on drinking this week.
Come a long way. He's literally a 45-year-old man. It's only been a year, and he's been fucked up for like 2 years now. Like, I'm processing. I'm sorry.
But you're like, let's open the bottle. I was like, all right.
Okay. All right. How did you guys meet in the first place?
We met through a friend. It's kind of funny. My friend, she was like, oh, do you want to go to this show? And I'm being honest, I looked at the phone on a YouTube.
Tom Sandoval and the
Most extras.
Most extras.
And I'm
that
just being
show?
honest. I was like, do I really have to go to this? Like, come on. Because
Thanks,
it was
babe.
just, I'm sorry.
Thanks, babe.
It wasn't the best video. It wasn't the best, like, clip that they could have shown me. But then, I mean, I show up, I go there, and I swear, I'm almost front row, just like,
I have to admit, she is kind of cute, though. What do you think? I mean, she's a little weird, but
That's Victoria, right?
yeah, that's the one that was on Eric Nelson. Sorry, that's the one that was on
She
and-
seems like Allie in a
Yes.
B-side kind of way, like she's kind of Allie-ish, happy, has a vibe. I don't know.
Yeah. She was really hot up on Adam's podcast, but this kind of gives a little bit more perspective that maybe she's just a little ditzy-ish. All right, maybe make it bigger. Okay. You guys can see it, right? All right. I thought I was gonna make it bigger, but okay. Sorry.
I'm like, it's so much better in person, first off. And then now I'm like, here I am. I don't have no idea how this happened.
So you
but
went to it. You're kind of like, I say this with love and kind of fun, but like you're kind of like a
Get your
groupie.
mouth
No,
off-
I didn't actually.
like get your mouth off the mic, fucking midget.
Like you went to a show and you met the star of the show.
My
Well, you know,
friend actually liked him at the time. Don't worry.
you stole him.
No.
I'm
Did
not.
you?
I'm far from
When
that.
you went to the show, like, and someone's like, "Let's go to the show," and it says Tom Sandoval and the Most Extras. Like, how aware of like, not that I'm not trying to get into Scandival here, but how aware of Scandival?
0%.
You had no
0%. Give me
idea.
a lie detector test. I don't care
No, I
who believes
believe
me, who does not. I had no clue. I mean, to be honest, like, be for real, like, he probably wishes that I knew about the scandal.
Yeah.
Beforehand, because I'm finding things out in real time. I'm going through my phone. My algorithm's fully changed.
Well, in
And
past tense.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, during the relationship, I'm
Literally, you're a liar. You were fucking her when you were still fucking breaking up with Ariana. It sounds like to me.
looking up. I'm like, just giving a dirty look. And he's like, what did I do? And I'm like, you did what? Where? Are you fucking kidding me?
What if
Liar. He told you about it.
you would have known? What do you think that would have done?
I mean, I would have not thought the same
I do not believe you, you fucking liar.
about him whatsoever. Like, I got to know him not knowing anything
Mhm.
and hearing his sides of whatever. And, like I said,
How did she get to know him? Do you know remember how big Scandival was? How in the world is she telling me right now that she didn't know about it, right? And she got to know him before, like, what the fuck? Now, I'm so confused.
definitely seen
Told a whole different story on Adam's channel.
not so great things that,
Yeah.
if anything,
He told a whole different timeline.
The nicest way I could say this, if I was the other girl, if I was his ex and there was a little secret camera, I definitely feel like I've been his karma. But
What do you mean
just
by that?
meaning like I've given him a lot of shit.
Tom.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm a girl and like I've never
Yeah.
cheated in my entire life. I would never be a homewrecker. Mm-mm. And I'm not for any of that.
Okay.
And I think he was matched with me for a reason because
you're with one though, but you're with one. You're with one.
he has grown so much. I'm so proud of him.
Wow, he's 45.
I really am. And
Thanks, baby.
I think that he needed a little
God.
little
She
tough.
kicks my ass. 'Cause it's like,
Did you hear that? Thanks, baby. Oh my God, we gotta play it again. Hold on. Thanks, baby.
I
it
don't
should've-
anymore.
Oh God.
I've not thought the same about him whatsoever. Like I got to know him not knowing anything
Mhm.
and hearing his sides of whatever. And, like I said, I've definitely seen not so great things that, if anything, the nicest way I could say this, if I was the other girl, if I was his ex and there was a little secret camera, I definitely feel like I've been his karma. But
What do you mean by that?
I don't know what the fuck she's saying right now.
meaning like I've given him a lot of shit.
Tom.
What does that have to do with the camera being in the house? I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say right now. English, please.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm a girl and like I've never
Yeah.
cheated in my entire life.
Okay.
I would never be a homewrecker. Mm-mm.
What does that camera-
And I'm not for any of that.
Okay.
And I think he was matched with me for a reason because he has grown so much. I'm so proud of him. I really am. And,
Thanks, baby.
I think that he needed a little
She
tough.
kicks my ass. 'Cause it's like,
I
it
don't
should-
You're 49, dude. Now you're growing up after 8 years with Ariana, who you were like having all kinds of business, like you were actually an adult doing adult things, like not staying up all night. Remember Ariana? Remember the 8 years you spent, the mansion that you bought, the businesses that you owned, the brand that you created. Remember when you used to get up in the middle of the get up like a normal time of the day and like do normal things and film the show and like go out like ice skating or something with Ariana? Like, what the fuck happened to you? Like, this is not growth. This is like you have gone downhill, my friend. Who the fuck are you now? You've lost your businesses. I don't know how. I mean, I don't know if this chick is. I don't know what's happening. Like, I'm sorry. Maybe like what you said. He literally said when he got caught with Scandival. I hope you guys can see me. Can you guys see me? When he got caught with Scandival, literally, he was like, I forget what I was gonna say. I'm so like who is this guy? Like I don't even know. Oh, sorry. He's like I just looked at my life. I'm 45 years old. I looked at my life and I was like, is this all there is? What do you mean? Your mansion, your cool ass girlfriend that doesn't want to have kids, that doesn't make you fucking stay home. You go out and do your stupid little karaoke band. You have 2 fucking restaurants, a hit reality TV show, and you have money and friends. And what the fuck do you mean? Is that all there is? Now look what the fuck you got. Nothing. Nada. Not a motherfucking thing. Nothing. Not even a job. Your house, you're squatting on your house right now. Squatting. Thanks for coming in, babe. Miss you. I made him come to security for me at the shows. Just a security meeting, like, because it's really dangerous where we're at. Who are you? Pens and batteries.
Anymore.
If she
I had to
would've-
stop.
She's like, well, like there's a camera, and well, if it were me, if I were the other girl, what the fuck are you saying? What were you even saying right there, asshole?
She would have seen everything that happened. It's like time goes by, you get over it, you've been there, done that. But it's like, as I would have almost rather her have done that, had that happen, beforehand, because then it's like, we're getting deeper into the relationship and it's like, oh, she's seeing this, somebody sent her this, somebody tagged her in this, and it's like,
Well,
it's
and it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, of
Like-
course. I
It must have
fully
been pretty
understand.
overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what they're saying right here? Are they making any sense?
Not a lot. They're just blah, blah, blah.
Like it's kind of like we're getting somewhere right here. It's taken a long time to get there.
Yeah, well, I mean, the person I'm fully in love with, and I'm like just looking and I'm like, I
When
can't.
did how
Can the train please speed up to get to the station, please? What are we talking about here?
Throw-
Please, Nick. Please, you're horrible. You're fucking horrible.
shortly after you go to the show, you meet him.
Yeah, I want to, because we kind of breezed over
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So she
No,
came to
no.
the show,
Never got.
and then I had to leave right away because we were filming our finale.
Here we go. Finally. Choo 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 choo. So The ones in the corner.
It was season 11 finale in San Francisco, Kyle Chan's event. So I had to leave directly after that. I never even met her that night. And then cut to our premiere.
Well, that would be lying, Tom, because you said you didn't meet her until after. You fucking liar.
Of special forces.
Oh, okay.
So were you there? I'm trying to remember. Were you there at Craig's?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there,
Yeah.
right? Yes. Okay. So do you remember two girls coming up and
you were there? Oh wait.
with JoJo Siwa, like
after dinner we left
pretty quickly?
Yeah.
So her and her friend came towards the end and they knocked on the door because she recognized me from
Well, like I said, my friend liked him.
or from the Most Extra show.
Not from fucking Vanna. Okay. She recognized you from the Most Extra show. Her friend. She didn't know who you were though. And her friend recognized you.
That she went to. She was like, "Oh, that's that guy that you whatever." And
the guy that you whatever. Mm-hmm.
So
your friend was in.
So my friend had a crush on him. They didn't like really know each other or anything.
Did your friend know about?
No, she didn't know. No.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Her friend did.
Oh, okay.
She was telling her about it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody's mom told another mutual friend. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So we were a group of 3.
You fucking out of your mind. Does this make sense? No, bitch, it doesn't make motherfucking sense. You're not fucking, you're telling me right now, after the Most Extra show, you still didn't know who the fuck he was. Fucking liar. Liar. This is so stupid. I hate this.
3 friends. She did not know about it. The other one's mom told the other girl, which told her, and I'm dating this other guy. So I'm not even paying attention. Like I fully was dating another guy.
Like boyfriend and girlfriend or just dating?
Just dating, but like we were dating.
I'm sorry.
Dating. Like so that night at Craig's, I was like, go say something. He's right there. He's just a normal person. Go say something.
No, he's just a normal person. So say something to him. We still don't know who he is.
And then so I walked her over because I was trying to help her out, and
we all ended up hanging out afterwards. I don't know if you remember. I was like, "Hey, you guys want to go do like karaoke or something?"
I do remember something about karaoke being mentioned.
Yeah, and like JoJo was kind of into it. There was a couple other people that were into it. I was like, "Do you want to come with us or meet us over there?" And we went to Saddle Ranch, and then nobody ended up showing up. So it was just the 3 of us. And so we hung out and we ended up like hanging out and like just we had a great night, but it was pretty obvious like I wasn't into her friend, and I was not that I was into her or anything.
This is so not important. Jesus Christ, Krista, what are we doing here? I'm sorry. It's got to get better. It's going to get better. I'm just studying their fucking their reactions and just the stupid fucking lies they're telling right now. They're trying to get to where the fuck we're going here. We're still talking about how they met like 10 minutes later. How long we've been doing this? I love you guys, whoever's here.
Just was like, we're just having a good time. It's very casual. And then like
she's cute,
months went by.
Tom Sandoval, stop it. Sandoval was in August. This is November. Where was Rachel? You're talking to Rachel.
We're talking like end of October.
Well, you can rewind there. Like, so my friend tried to kiss him.
Now her friend tried to kiss him. Remember, she didn't listen into him at all. She didn't like him. How the fuck did we get there?
Sorry. Tried to kiss him and he just panicked and shoves like a candle of him in shorts. Like some, what was that?
Oh, there's these like church candles that we have that are like Schwartz is Joseph and me is like baby Jesus in his arms, like trumpet.
Yeah.
He just panics and looks down and goes, "You want a candle?"
They're like, I didn't make.
Why did you have a candle with you?
Somebody made these candles. There. We would sell them at Tom Tom.
Oh my god! Oh god! I'm so sorry.
Because at the Tom Tom clock,
okay.
it's a spoof candle.
Gotcha.
And so
okay,
I just was like, oh here, do you want a candle? And like I don't know. I kind of panicked. I wasn't like my mindset was not.
Don't adults know how to stop a fuck? If you want to hook up with somebody, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, just you win him a fuck. Come on.
Out there and
then on the car on the way back home because I was taking her home, I was like, I don't think that he really likes you, and she's like, no shit, he gave me a candle. And then she started dating another guy.
Okay.
And months went by. Then we hung out on Halloween.
Yeah.
Wait. And on Halloween,
months went by. This was October though, but months went by.
Yeah.
We're now she's saying we're back to Halloween or something.
Yeah.
Broke it off with my guy.
Okay, on.
That was
like you were hanging out with Tom. You just called him up, like, hey.
Yeah, like
while you were hanging out with Tom.
A year after when they filmed the finale, the season 11 finale. So she's trying to say now that it was a year after that they met. Okay, I have to fact check that one. I don't think that makes sense to me though.
So the first night we actually like really hung out. Like before then, and when me and the other girl and him would hang out, him and I would vibe more, like,
Where's Billy Lee and all this?
because we listen to the same music, and she listens completely different music, and I bond with people on music, like,
Mhm.
Okay.
but it was more of like, whenever I have a girlfriend that likes a
Oh, yeah.
guy, I bro them out. I'm like, "What's up, dude?" Like, whatever. Like, I'm very
Yeah.
respectful.
And we
Oh,
were
I
like
didn't think
that
of
for a
Tom like
long
that at
time.
all, like, whatsoever. But I think, like, the music, like, you know, getting to know him, like, not hearing about
are you fucking higher than me? Am I picking on her, or is she just a fucking? I don't know. Is this what happened to my man? What happened to Tom? What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. And
This
like,
is not a relationship I see. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? This is how she was on the fucking, but worse. I don't think she's on anything. I think she's just fucking dumb or lying or something. I don't get it. I don't know why it takes us so long to get here. I guess I have to just look at in the mirror because I might do the same shit. I might just be picking on her. I could be deflecting right now. I don't know. Projecting. I don't know.
all the
Or it could just be the fact that she's fucking, oh man, she's cute though, actually. She's really cute the way she's dressed.
yeah,
I could, like, she's cute. I like her hair. She looks a little more normal now. She kind of was all fucked up on the Adams channel. And yeah, she was so fucking bad. God.
stuff that he did in the past. Like, he's a good guy. Yeah. Yeah.
And then months went by before we actually like
Now it's
we were
like months again, never doing more months, yeah.
friends at first. So we hung out on Halloween.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. And then like, you know, a while went by and then finally we slowly just kind of
I got the okay. I was like, "Hey, is this weird?" And she was like, "No, not at all. I'm fully like in love with
There's
my
a friend
boyfriend. I
that
don't care."
didn't like him.
by
I'm
that
like,
point
"Are
it
you-"
probably
Like that he gave a candle at months and years, and a whole year goes by, and she's still asking permission. Those stupid friends that didn't even like him or like her, whatever the fuck, Jesus, whatever, Krista, who cares?
been like 5 months.
So, at
maybe.
what point
You.
did you find out about Scandal? Like, was it
Okay,
before
that's
this?
fine.
So we started hanging out, and he's, you know, he would get drunk, and because we would go out and stuff, and he would get drunk, and he would, you know, he would be in his feelings. And also, like, I started hanging out with him when all of these bombs started coming in. It's like once we like started.
Now she's trying to say that the first time they were all hanging out the year prior to this, they didn't know anything about Scandal. Nothing. I mean, the other girl was hooking up with them. Nothing. Okay, whatever.
Like spending the night with you know each other or whatever. I'm like waking up like what
People
net
talk
what
about
what
it,
net
too.
oh my god, what's this morning? And I'm
Tom
like,
was very, I mean,
it's very heavy.
I was waking up daily to like stuff. Like it just
Because you're a scumbag, motherfucker.
was,
yeah.
it was never
A cheater, scumbag, asshole, liar. You cheated on us, asshole. I'm very, very angry at him.
ending. And yeah,
I don't know what happened to him.
it was
Sorry,
rough,
very
obviously.
good.
But
how did you, I mean, despite whatever your critics or whatever, but
Kyle, this motherfucker too. Who cares, Nick? Who the fuck? Do you see how long it takes them to get to where the fuck you're going? Your answers are not going to get. You're not going to get them. It's just I've come to the terms that he doesn't know how to answer a question.
you know, whether people think you deserved it or not, the hate that you received, the harassment that you received, like how did
He deserved it, mother. Do you not remember? It was a nationwide scandal. It really fucking was. It was crazy. I was sweating when I found out. It was 3 a.m. and Gabby, French Gabby, calls me. She's like, "Oh, you got to put your." She's like, literally, she's like, "Open your phone." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh my god!" I started sweating. I had to take my shirt off. I was like, "Oh my god!" I couldn't fucking believe what I was hearing. Crazy.
did you deal with that? Because it's, I mean, it's
This is the same thing you asked him fucking a year ago. Why are we back here again? Why are we in the past? Why are we in the past? Ariana is not here to speak for herself and stick up for herself. This is supposedly 2 years later that he meets this bitch. Why the fuck are we talking about Scandal again? He asked him this in the first interview.
it was heavy, man. It was
at first I was
Stop it, Tom.
drinking like crazy.
okay.
And then I realized like this is I mean, even leading up to all of that, I was drinking all the time, like almost pretty much every day, all day. And just like
And
constantly
Adderall, lots of speed stuff, lots of mushrooms.
Just-
And you're mad at Ariana. I mean, I want to like hang out and like she won't even hang out and do mushrooms with me all night anymore. You're fucking 50.
numbing
Grow up, Peter Pan.
myself to my life and shit. And anyways, and then after that it didn't stop. And then finally I was like, there's so many things that I can't help, like I can't help like all of these things, but there's certain things I can control. And so I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I just started working out and just like focusing on all the things that I could actually do that made me feel better. I started doing guided meditation. I was seeing a therapist, just kept busy. And honestly, like we had tour dates booked, like, from when this, like before this, all this broke, and I had to go out and do that. I look back at it as a very empowering moment and for myself, because I had to walk out with people that had scumbag and cheaters and one with a mustache and all this shit in the audience, wondering like what the fuck they're gonna see when they like come out there, like why they're just here to witness whatever it is, the spectacle of it all. And
this fucking shows actually got bigger.
I had to like go out there stone sober, look at these people in their fucking eyeballs and be a lead singer of a cover band. Like it was like bungee jumping every show. But I'm so glad that I did it. I had people telling me, cancel it. If we would have canceled these shows, the band would have dissolved and it never would have, it would have been done. And I would not have gotten anywhere, but it was like, no, I need to like face it, go for it and do it. And I'm so glad that I did, because these people would show up wanting to like hate or bring signs or whatever. And then they would end up just having such a blast and like rocking out. And then like, as they're leaving, maybe like post a quick video of them being like, yeah, fuck you, Sandoval. Yeah, you suck. But like they actually had a great time. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
They're like, for the record, we did not have fun here. Okay.
I've seen that happen. I've seen that happen so many times where they'll be like jumping up in the air, like, take my phone, please. Fuck this guy. Like,
for different reasons. When I was the villain on The Bachelor, I definitely had people who like asked for a selfie, were super nice, and then would like go online and talk shit.
Yeah.
I do want to point out for any potential haters and trolls out there, if they love a timeline. You said Special Forces premiere. And technically, it wasn't the premiere, because I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you Halloween." I think because it premiered. I forgot when it premiered, but that
them the fuck out because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That was a night. That was the day the cast got together for the first time.
It was like the press.
Yeah, it was like a press junket for it. So that was before the premiere. So I don't, okay. I don't know. I don't want people to call you guys out on timelines if all of a sudden it was like, oh, that was good. I don't,
no.
I just want to protect you guys in that department. So what was that like for you? I mean, I know you. So you heard about Scandival. The world hates him. Everyone's just like, don't date this guy. I have said things,
you said a lot.
I've said a lot. We talk about reality TV on the show. I've spent a week with Tom on Special Forces. It was a very interesting time. Like everyone else, he was like America's #1 villain. And I had no idea about Tom, and like everyone in that cast, everyone bonded. And it was
wait, you had no idea about me?
No. Oh. Not the person. I knew,
okay.
like I knew Scandival. I knew about you as the character, but I never met you. And and we always say that, like when we talk about people on TV, it's just like there's an edit. Like we don't know these people. Like I'm definitely allow myself to be wrong about my opinions that I say on the show. If I have never met him in person, like I definitely don't always believe the edit, so to speak. Yeah. That's what I mean by that. But okay. Since then, like I got to know Tom a little bit, as for his strengths and his weaknesses and things like that. I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah. Well, I guess the point is just like,
I'm glad you can say that, because that happens with me sometimes.
Yeah,
it's like
you get long-winded. But I guess, and I've said this on the show multiple times. Like, I said, like Tom, I'm very critical of. I don't even know if you're friends with him, Jax Taylor.
Yeah,
and I've said this on the show, so I'll say it to your face. I'll say the difference between Jax Taylor and Tom Sandoval is I think Tom actually wants to be a good person, whether you think he is or not, whether you agree with his moral compass or not. I think there's a sincere effort where I don't think Jax Taylor gives a shit. I honestly don't know if there's a human being inside there.
Oh, there's definitely a human being. And I know, look, me and Jax are very different people, but there is a human being in there. Yeah. He's just a different kind of dude. But I do understand why you would think that. I understand.
Everybody thinks that. I do not see what we just went through. I just went through that thing with Jax. Okay. Jax, I don't believe he's a broken soul. There's a soul in there, and it's an extremely broken one. Because what he did to his mother and what he's done to Brittany and his child. So you're not him. I know that. You actually you're broken. You broke somewhere somehow. You had a good run with us. I know who you were inside, but this is not who you are, Tom. But I'm starting to process the fact that maybe this is who you are. But I just sent you something. I don't know what it looks fucked up though. It's large. And your Instagram thing.
Understand why you would think that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And again, I know better than you.
I would think the same thing.
I know him a little bit, but I know you better. And like, for example, like when I say more, I don't think we have the same moral compass. Like I think there's, no one does to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But you have different rules, and I have different rules. We all have different rules, and boundaries, whatever. But I think a lot of criticism, this is back to my direct question for Victoria. I think most people, even if they were like meeting Tom and they would say, you know what? I don't know. It's like, I met him. It's not a bad guy, but like, I don't know if I let him date my sister type of thing. You know, it's like, yeah, sure, I'll hang out with the guy. He's a good hang. He's a good friend, but I don't know if I wouldn't introduce him to my sister or a friend that's a girl. And so I'm sure.
Well, you wouldn't have to because he has a girlfriend. So who fucking cares, dumbass? You're not perfect either, scumbag.
You heard stuff like that.
Oh,
how did you
process? Irrelevant. They've been together for 2 years. Why are we even talking about this right now? We talked about this 2 fucking years ago. I could bring up the old interview. I might have to just fuck this shit. Oh man, there's some shit going on fucking back and forth on Instagram though.
Just that. And you know, how much did you kind of, you know, we've all been the person who wants to change someone, that wants to fix someone, that wants to be like, you know what? Yeah, maybe they were bad before me, but I will turn them around.
Fix them.
Like, how did you wrestle with those criticisms, those voices, maybe those even internal thoughts? Like, how did you deal with that and kind of get through that so that your relationship could have a fair shot?
Well, we've both been in therapy, and I've obviously had to talk to my therapist about this.
Okay.
And because it is hard, it's really hard. Like going online and hearing people thinking that I'm some dumb, naive girl, or that I'm dying to be on the show, or whatever else. I've heard it all. Or just like,
yeah, I think generally speaking, the internet just assumed you had alternative motives.
We got into therapy very early on in our
couple. It's a couple.
Yes.
Wow.
Because I wanted it to develop good.
Because I was like, hey, you know, we should do. Because I was like, we really love each.
Well, first of all, I said you didn't know anything about fucking a really long time, bitch. Whatever, man.
Each other. So, and my mom actually suggested this. She was like, you guys should like start therapy now to kind of prevent anything in the future, you know?
Yeah,
and I was like, that's a really good idea.
Now, before like you develop bad habits for a long time, and then you have to unlearn those bad habits.
And going back to where I was saying, like, you know, me like seeing something online and like, you know, giving them a little.
Complex cases, we do them every day. This is our community, and these are the patients we want to take care of.
80 surgeons here at Cooper.
Shit, you know, I can't do that forever. I can't hang on to that. I can't always do that. I gotta let him grow, and that's me doing that is like gonna stop that. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, totally. It's a total defense mechanism, right? It's like it's you kind of making sure. Like,
she fucking checks me, dog.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, if anyone who we've all given people second chances, right? Friends, people we're in relationships with, strangers, you know, people, you know, a second chance for you would have been like, you met this guy, then you find out, oh my God, the internet hates him, he cheated on his ex-girlfriend, yada, yada. I'm assuming like you're saying, you're probably giving him shit because it's like, I don't know, you barely know the guy. It's a new relationship. And you probably, you know, if you weren't at least like one eye open, so to speak, you know, that would have been kind of foolish on your part, right? Like you were taking a risk on a guy that maybe, well, it was a risk, right?
And now I fully know. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, well, now I'm fully in it. He's my pain in the ass. Like now I'm like, all right, this is my pain in the ass. I can deal with it. I got it.
So
like,
can I ask you, Tom, what are some bad habits that you've been able to unlearn?
I can just tell you that the way I approach relationships is completely different than what it's been in my entire previous of my life. And one thing about everything that I went through and put myself through in the situation I put myself in is that I have to put myself and get myself to a position where I feel like I deserve somebody like her. And, you know, there's all these people that are like, oh, I'm going to fix him. I'm going to fix him. It's not about her fixing me. I mean, obviously I'm all ears and I listen to her and when things bother her, because sometimes they're just old, like stupid, nonchalant things that you don't really think about that affect.
Or just check the private chat.
The relationship, but it really comes down to the person. It comes down to me wanting to, you know, earn her love and wanting to be the best I can be, and also feeling like in a sense of really guilty in the way that I've been in the past, and wanting to be a better person and being really motivated to do so. And a lot of the things that I've, you know, changed in my life is like, I don't go out like drinking anymore like the way that I used to. I'm not out all the time, like to all hours of the night. I don't do that shit. Also, like, you know, it's been frustrating to me that like the shit that she has to do, I feel very guilty about it. The shit that she constantly has to deal with because of me and because of my fuck up and my mistakes and bad choices. And I don't like to say mistakes, by the way. I like to say bad choices because mistakes is like accidentally getting into a car accident.
He got that from me. He literally in his Patreon, I was like, stop saying a mistake. A mistake is when you make a left instead of a right. Literally. And I'm like, this is a fucking series of bad motherfucking choices that you did to Ariana. And why are you so angry at her? That's why I said, why are you blaming Ariana? And he was still so angry he couldn't stop blaming her. And then I never went back on his Patreon again. I think I played it for everybody.
Bad choices is ownership, and I have to take ownership of what I did.
It's like a new Tom.
I'm just saying that, like, I do feel bad about the shit that she has to deal with. It's not fair to her, but I also just want to say, like, if people could just please be respectful of my girlfriend and our relationship and a committed relationship. I'm in a committed, loving, awesome relationship. Like, this is my person, and you know, girls can be a little like whatever, disrespectful, and I just want people to like please respect my relationship and where I'm at in my life. Like, I'm serious about where I'm going, what I want to do, our future. We have goals, we have things we want to do together, and I'm all about it, and I'm 100% in.
I think that a part of the reason why so many women feel that they could so easily like disrespect me, like let's say we're at a show or something, girls will like come up and just try to like be all over him or like try to kiss him or like whatever, like, and I'm
Just
sitting
they
right there
know
and I'm
you're
like,
there, like they know that,
And I'm like,
they know I'm right
and
there,
she gets
and
pissed,
they
rightly
don't.
so.
Sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. But
what the fuck is she saying? What are you saying, bitch? You're so dumb. They try to kiss him? Okay.
I think that's coming from of what he did in his past. Like, if I were his girlfriend, you know, and knowing everything that happened in the past, I'd look at him like, oh, well, he'd do it again, you know?
Okay,
So,
well,
yeah, they're all trying to bait him, I'm sure.
why aren't you? Then why aren't you? Can we just ask you that? Why aren't you, bitch? Why aren't you? Larry, I'm sending you a bunch of shit.
I got her to not open it now because it kicks me off. I'm on my phone.
No, I know, but
yeah, like,
I had somebody DM me literally like
it's not
very
like that.
recently saying like, well, hey, can you come to my wedding? I have lots of hot friends. Like, I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me with that shit?
But
like,
you're a very hot guy. You're beautiful.
I can't. This is so weird. But okay.
You're a fucking beautiful girl.
Okay,
Like, come get the fuck out of here. Look who's talking.
But like, but that's not like
the 90. What are we? This is so fucking high school. Oh, a bunch of girls. Look at him. He's so hot. Oh, gee, you're so good. Oh.
Well, you know, we'll tell you some stories.
I'm just saying,
some stories. Oh, jeez.
So, okay, did he meet her while Scandival is going on, or
that's what I'm trying to figure out? I feel like we just had a whole lie happen because with the premiere or something of Special Forces was after. It was he went there right when Scandal broke. He left like a week later, I think, or something. And I got the timeline, but I think I might have sent you the timeline. It's a lot, but it's like a really good. I mean, I didn't look at it yet because I'm like, I'm so lost on this thing because I forget what year we're in right now.
Right, we're in 2025. Scandival was 2022.
Wow,
it aired in 2023, didn't it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
A lot like when Allie met James too. She got a friend of hers, brought her out on a night she didn't want to go out to see a DJ she didn't want to see, and ended up being like in a relationship with him. Basically, it's the same exact story, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's I feel like they're just, I don't know, we're lying. It's just weird. He had to literally correct him. October. How we get all the way back to October again? And you still didn't know about Sandoval? Is that what you're trying to say? You didn't know about Sandoval is what she's trying to say until later on. It's so fucking weird.
I love.
I think you like door number 2.
This is weird. This is when they start talking about doing her in the. This is fucking weird. This is about butt sex. I don't know why we went here. I don't know what the fuck happens.
But he talks a lot about butt sex. Maybe the butt sex is happening on him.
But why are we talking about it right now? Like,
what was I even saying, guys?
Sorry, Victoria.
This tells you how much I've drank. I literally had like a sip of whiskey.
He'll have one drink now because I have this rule. I'm like, no drinking before podcast. No drinking before like carpets or this or that, because it actually goes to his face, like to where like
no.
Yes,
I'm just fucking with you.
What?
You say data.
I don't understand.
Or data. Well, at my house, we say data. And for the longest time, I thought paying a fortune for my monthly data plan was just normal. That was until I found out that Mint Mobile and their premium wireless plans that start at just $15 a month. Say bye-bye to the overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly. When we were talking, kind of went
16th, so don't
That's his wife.
That's it. They're authentic. They're high quality products. They have new arrivals daily. They have inclusive sizing options.
She's really cute though too. I really like his wife, even though she's a child bride.
From extra extra small to 4X. It's
so cute.
Oh God, are you cherry picking things?
No, listen.
Okay. Like butt sex stuff.
X. Right. It's also where I get all of my vintage Levi's. Allie Grace is on Revolve. If you're looking for a good vintage Levi, Revolve has everything that you could want. From last minute getaways to party dressing and seasonal upgrades, Revolve has you covered with fast 2-day shipping and easy returns all on them. And for a limited time, you can shop a curated selection of my favorite styles at revolve.com/VIALL and receive 15% off your first order with code VIALL. That's revolve.com/VIALL to shop my top picks and get 15% off your first order with code VIALL. Offer ends April 16th, so don't miss out.
Do you remember the line, "I wouldn't cheat that way"?
Is that from a country song or what?
That was from, well, I think we did make it into a song. It was on this podcast.
Oh God, are you cherry picking things?
No, listen, I'm really impressed with the, I don't like to call it mistakes. I like to call it bad choices.
Yeah, mistakes is not taking ownership.
That was
mistakes
like, that's a 360 degree, like different person than the person that was here on this podcast last time. But the reason I wanted to ask you that is because, and on Special Forces, when we talked about the whole situation and why I think that whole thing kind of went as long as it did and perpetuated. And it kind of felt like every time, whether it was this podcast or Howie's or whatever, you just got like more and more heat, right? And a lot of it was, and I get it. Like you were just, whether you were trying to explain yourself or other people thought you were justifying yourself. And that's what's so different about the mistakes versus bad choices.
Motherfucker, he don't owe anybody. Listen, the only person he owns a fucking answer to is goddamn Ariana, and not you, not Victoria, not that. Seriously, we were all going after him, but this is none of your motherfucking business to analyze and make it okay. So stop trying to make it okay. That's what he's doing. He's trying to make what Scandal was okay. Like, how can you do that? That's so fucking. This is why Ariana did not want his apology, because it didn't mean shit. Because now we're going to try to romanticize Sandoval. We're going to make it look like, oh, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. And, I'm going to try justifying everything I did. Like, get the fuck out of here. This dude's out of his mind, man. Get the fuck out of here. These people need to grow the fuck up.
Is like, you were talking about how clearly whatever was going on in that past relationship, you felt like your needs weren't being met.
I don't think either one of us.
Sure.
What? Do you hear them? Fuck you. Ariana better hear this. Who the fuck? Oh my God! Stop.
But like it felt like a lot of people were saying, like when you were talking that way, people were taking it as you
don't cheat, asshole. You fucking break up. Stop acting like he cheated and it was a good thing. Okay. But oh God. Oh my God. I want to punch him in his face. Right now. It gets worse.
Kind of making excuses, right? Sure. So when we were talking, I remember at Special Forces, and I was asking you, can you at least say like, well, I would never do this again? And you were like kind of resistant to saying that.
The reason why I was resistant to you, Nick, is because you came in all Dr. Phil, and I was warned about you going into Special Forces.
By who?
By my publicist.
Okay.
I was warned. No, different publicist. I was warned about you. Like I was told that you were gonna that you had talked a lot of shit, like dragged me. Okay.
That's true.
And that you were gonna take he's like, just wait. He's gonna try to take the opportunity to Dr. Phil you. And the reason why I wouldn't make that commitment is because you wanted me to make a vow to you. No, you said that. You literally said.
I didn't say make a vow to me.
Yes, you did. You said make a promise to me, okay. Nick Vial, to never cheat again. And I'm like, dude, I'm not making any sort of like vow to you, Nick.
Okay, agree to disagree. But
that's what you asked me to make a vow to you,
all
dude.
All right, fair enough. But I'm just saying, it like with you guys are in couples therapy and all these things, right? And I guess I'm just curious, is like, have you guys talked about like, your relationship's relatively young, still very, it's been a year or so. You guys clearly are connecting, clearly in love. Like, have you guys talked about when things get bumpy or rocky, how are you going to communicate with each other, right? Yeah. And work through things so it doesn't get to a point where, not to again relitigate the past or anything like that, that like clearly you two were just like disconnected. What do you guys learned in therapy to allow yourselves to be a different relationship than the relationship you had in the past?
Well, from what I've heard and like seen on the internet and stuff, like they didn't have the same, wants and, with each other. But I told him, I'm like, don't waste my time. If you ever want to, go elsewhere, if you ever want to break up, just break up with me. And if you're not happy with something, I'm like, do we want kids? Like, well, do you want kids? And then, okay, how many do you want? But we have to be on the same page on everything. I'm like, don't waste my time.
16 kids.
I know, Tom, you definitely want kids, right?
16 of them.
You want 16?
No,
No,
he does
I'm
not want
kidding.
16.
But
That is not
want
happening.
kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not popping out 16 kids, but I'm going to pop out 2.
You want kids.
Well, with our, I don't want to go too much in the previous relationship, but
hear
there was a major disconnect.
Sure.
There was a massive disconnect, and it felt more of like a business.
That means, guess what? You break up. You break up. You break up. You don't fuck her friend. You don't fuck her friend.
If he wants to stay on a good foot, he needs to leave Ariana out of his mouth.
Yeah, they both. Why are they talking about this? This is fucking ridiculous. Why are we going over this again? We're gonna keep going over till it's all okay. We're gonna keep just little by little making everything okay. This fucking dude is out of his mind. What an asshole, dude. Ariana, I hope she just laughs at this. This is fucked up. Her pain. We didn't get this. We don't see, you know what I mean? We never got to see it because she kept it to herself, right? Like, we knew how hard this had to be for her. She said she would never speak to him again, and she didn't. Like, can you imagine the person you thought you were going to marry after 8 years, and you have to cut him the fuck off because this is who he was behind, and the shit that he did to her this season before they broke up, acting like she was fucked up and did something wrong, pens and batteries. Like, and you're talking about now you're 49 years old, and now you're growing the fuck up, and you're making it okay what he did. His needs weren't being met. Wow. Really? Fuck off. Thank you, asshole. Thanks, finally, fucker. Thank you. Don't fucking butt it. Don't say but this, but that, blah, 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 blah. Don't make an excuse, motherfucker. You should never did it. That's the end of it. Should never put your dick in fucking Rachel Raquel in the pool at your house where your girlfriend's sleeping upstairs, you scumbag. Who are you? Because I've never been in a relationship that long. 5 years with Kristen, and then 8 years with Ariana. What do you mean? Grow up, Peter Pan. Oh. No, that's not true. Nobody ever. No.
The podcast longer.
Nobody ever fucking asked you for you guys because Mariana said she was not answering those questions. So stop it. What are you saying? He thinks I don't know. They think I forget. I don't forget it. I don't forget fucking anything, especially with this show. What were we saying? Sorry.
What was it? Was there more to the interview? Because I think he thought.
Yeah.
I thought there was something going around that he said something about where there's smoke, there's fire for James about the abuse out.
I haven't gotten to that part yet. I don't know.
Okay. I just didn't know.
I didn't listen to the whole thing. I heard little bits and pieces of it, but I didn't hear that part. Well, I hope that's in there though. Fucking, they need to shut up a bit. Yeah, I do actually. I do remember a little bit. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah, I can do. How many cups? How many cups is one stick?
Oh shit. Oops. What happened? Sorry.
Life in general.
I didn't realize I wasn't sharing it. Sorry. This part because it's almost over.
Can be chaotic, but if you're in charge of order fulfillment for
And today,
For so long, it's like,
but also your ability to do your work and make a living.
yeah, it's
affected.
We talked about how they met, Scandal,
Or deliver a better
Scandal, and how he's a better person.
customer experience.
How did he meet her? How we just
Shipments out the door faster and keep customers happy with automated tracking updates with your company's branding. Over 130,000 companies have grown their e-commerce business with ShipStation, and 98% of companies that stick with ShipStation for a year become customers for life. Calm the chaos of order fulfillment with the shipping software that delivers. Switch to ShipStation today. Go to ShipStation.com and use code VileFiles to sign up for a free trial. That's ShipStation.com, code VileFiles. So what's the future hold for you guys?
honestly, I don't know. I got shows coming up. I want to get my podcast going again, working on that.
There was a lot of speculation about how all that in the past affected, like, obviously your ability to earn income. You were getting a lot of, losing deals, and I don't
getting much more. Sorry.
She goes on to Watch What Happens Live. And when I brought that up, her her story has changed quite a bit. It went from
There's one I'm not going to really bring up, and then the other one I don't.
Oh God.
And then it was great, and then
I don't know where I was.
We planned on having a date, but like, let's not. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. And so
you're pretty exhausted.
Yeah, and so we, I think
we had it at Craig's.
Yes, at
back at Craig's.
Deliberately because that's where you guys met, or that was just
no, it just happened.
I don't know how we got back here, guys. I'm gonna go a little bit further, and then larger. I sent you like maybe 20 fucking Instagram thingies, like reels and TikToks about Atlanta and stuff. Do you want to go through them and talk about them, discuss them? Or,
yeah. I'm making my strawberry lemonade cake was a fiasco.
Oh shit!
Caramel cake. And we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna do a 1, 2, 3, 4 cake, a classic 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. Super simple. Cup butter, 2 cups sugar, 3 cups flour, 4 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4 cake. Super simple. And then I'm gonna be making some OG Southern caramel to go over the whole thing.
You're not kidding me right now. I hate you for saying that. Now I want cake. I want caramel. I want cake.
Yes.
And I don't have any.
I'm getting ready to make this right now for my son. So yeah, you can put the videos on.
Happy birthday. Is that for my nephew?
He'll be 17 tomorrow. Your other nephew was 12 Thursday.
Oh, happy birthday, nephew. Oh, I can't wait to meet them one day. They're like such like little gentlemen.
Thank you.
Little adults. Oh, hi.
Yeah, that was a 17-year-old. Thank you.
Oh, happy birthday. Yay.
Yeah.
I love it. Is that the kind of cake they like? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so his favorite is caramel, or his favorite was strawberry lemonade. So I tried.
Ooh, yeah.
I put too much slurry. I had made fresh strawberry puree by taking like 2 pounds of fresh strawberries, and honey and lemon, and I made this puree. And then I was like, oh, let me make a strawberry swirl in my cake, and I added extra.
Oh, extra swirl. Oh, that sounds. You know what? I would probably just eat it raw like that instead of like whatever it came out as.
Yeah.
I'll eat that and then make a new one.
Right. So, well, that one's over, and now I'm next. But yeah, I would love to listen with you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just play the rest of it a little bit because it's not that it does not. There's not much longer. I feel like we're getting nowhere. I just was kind of studying how they were talking and what they were saying and how they were reacting, and it's like nothing new. It's kind of a shame because I don't know what the fuck happened to him. I feel like he got burnt the fuck out of something, but I'm not blaming Ariana. I'm just like something happened to him, and I don't know why they just can't be normal people. Like, just talk about, like, you didn't just all this whole story about how they met and they were friends for a year and all of it. Nobody fucking cares anymore. You're liars. Like, the timeline doesn't add up. It doesn't. It's whatever it is. It doesn't fucking matter anymore because, like, she was nobody. She's still nobody. She lied about her house. It's not, oh, I live with my father. No, I'm sorry. My father lives with me because he's sick and I have to take care of him. My house, though. Okay, right? But she's fucking lived with Tom since the day they goddamn met. So what'd you do? You left your dad at your house? The sick dad you have to take care of? No, bitch. You were living with your father. Just fucking say it. It was his house. It was your parents' house. You're not rich. You're not a model. You didn't date Leo. You fucked them. Like, it's crazy, this lies about who she really is, like who she is. I tried to find so much information on her. I couldn't find shit. Nothing. The whole Leo DiCaprio thing, how she was a yacht, the whole thing was like she was just a yacht girl. Like, I guess there's girls that do like the sushi parties or something. And like, I don't know, I guess a bunch of them stand around in bathing suits for, I guess they do it a lot. I don't know, but that's the whole thing with her.
Below deck?
Not even that. Like, way less than that. Probably like, I would say maybe like the Diddy party kind of thing. But not like a Diddy party, but like those kind of guys probably. Like hip hop or something like that. You know what I mean? And I think she met Leo at a club and they got caught leaving together or something and they had sex that night. And she says it. She kind of says it. It's kind of whacked. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just making sure. I didn't know if anybody wanted to really hear it. Okay, I'll still play it then. I think it is too. I'm just it's crazy that like he's not going back to being a normal person. Man, he used to like look so clean and cut. Like he used to be bit like, I don't know, man. Like when Lisa Vanderpump puts like stock in you and they ask you to be a partner in a business, that means something. But then like when you turn into this person and she protected you for so long, it's kind of like, who are you? You're not the guy that Ariana would be like. I can't believe that this is Ariana's boyfriend. She's so more mature, just a different person. It's like, damn, it's crazy. And this bitch is fucking just a loser. She doesn't look like she's on drugs anymore. That makes me happy. I just think she's stupid.
We both like the place, and we ended up getting we ended
espresso
up
martinis.
yeah, we had some
Okay.
espresso
We're tired.
martinis, and we sat down and we ordered a bunch of food. She had never had oysters before. In fact, she said, she was like, you can order. I was like, what do you like? And she's like, anything but oysters. I was like, okay.
I mean,
can I get some oysters? And I ordered some oysters because I was like, how long has it been since you've had them? Like, let me like do them up for you. Like, let me add them in yet.
So she doesn't like oysters, so you order them and you do them up for her. You're a fucking whack job. This is so irrelevant.
At the everything.
Games.
The fact that whenever I'd hang out with him, I just treat him like a normal person because he is a normal.
He's not a normal person. He's Tom fucking.
And then it was great. And then
we literally just had oysters yesterday.
And then
okay, we are at we are 1 hour, and Nick Vile asked him. The first thing he asked him was how they met. We are now an hour in. We got to the first night they met. We got there. We finally got there after an hour, guys. I'm not kidding. You guys heard it.
It was great. And then
we literally just had oysters yesterday.
And then then we get up.
What's
you can tell the rest.
We ended up having sex in the bathroom at Craig's. It was her idea.
Ew.
Sorry, Craig.
Ew. Oh my God. The first time they had sex at Craig's in the bathroom. Ew. Ew, Jack's Scandival scumbag. Ew, Jack's Cootie's bathroom at Sir. Oh my God, you scumbag pig. Oh, that is so gross. You guys are so disgusting. So you didn't know who he was. Your friend hooked up with him, and then he didn't like your friend, and then you didn't know him for a year, and then you hung out again, and now you meet him at Craig's and look at your face. Now you're telling you fucked him in the bathroom. We didn't need to know this at all, but keep on going.
Yeah, I don't think Craig cares.
Yeah, I think he likes it actually.
Yeah.
And then we like.
I think there's a lot more weird things that go on in those bathrooms.
We ended up rushing into like what was it, the Naughty Pig?
Went and just ran in there.
On your first date.
Yeah, we like.
What is the Naughty Pig?
Craig's bathroom.
Yes.
Yeah, and then
which men's or women's?
Women's.
Yeah.
And then right after that, we
the gender neutral. It was
gender neutral.
The gender neutral one that's just one. Like you close it, it's just one person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's discreet.
And then we ended up running into the Naughty Pig and taking like the best Polaroids. Pretty racy. And then we ended up at what was it?
I thought that was it. Oh no, we went to Barney's.
Barney's, yeah, we went to Barney's.
Legendary.
And then yeah. And then we ended up getting the food to go, and then we ate it like we got home.
We had a fun little ride back.
Yeah.
But we won't tell all the details.
And did the second date start the next morning?
Yeah.
Nobody cares about your ride home when you gave him Roadhead, okay? Roadhead, okay, you gave Roadhead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, when you met Tom, you had to hear about his past, but when you met Tom, we also had to hear a little bit about yours. And
here comes the lies. She's a nobody.
In the past.
Oh.
Do you care? Like, do you care about that? Do you care about people talking about your past?
Are you okay? What's
Well, you have a. Do you have more? You have a couple. You have a couple famous boyfriends. No.
No, not at all.
Which one are you talking about?
Wait, can I get some more whiskey? Leo.
Where's nobody?
Did you date Leo?
No.
Is that true? Yeah, not true.
So
okay. A little more whiskey. Yeah.
Sorry about Leo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Tom needs
No, it doesn't. I mean.
So
I thought you were a virgin.
I fist forward.
What?
Sorry to break it to you. So him and I are still really good. We're not really good friends now. We see each other in passing. We're cool. Yeah. I'm actually closer to Toby McGuire. It's his really good friend than
Blue.
And Blue. Yeah. They're great. I've introduced him to Blue.
Did you guys
and Toby.
date, or were you just friends? That actually was a thing? Or?
We had like a little thing or whatever. We would hang out like as friends for most of the time. And I think that just like so many girls were so like we would go out and we'd meet up, and then all girls would just like swarm him and just like stare at him, and it was just so freaky. I'm like, oh my God, like what is going on? Like, and then he I think he liked the fact that whenever I'd hang out with him, I'd just treat him like a normal person because he is a normal person. He's very successful and great at his job, and and we were just, I mean, we had a little thing, but we weren't like in a relationship, but we, yeah.
Do you have other famous exes?
Nope.
There's one I'm not going to really bring up, and then the other one I don't really like right now or ever. So because he wasn't very nice, but so I don't bring him up either. Cool. They don't deserve that.
Well, why are you talking about?
Where do you stand with the rest of your like Lala? Are you pretty much kind of that was work and you kind of moved on and it's you and Schwartz and kind of no one else, or have you?
No, I actually was talking to Sheena. I know she was when she was on The Masked Singer. We were talking about that, and I talked to Lala, a couple weeks ago or so, checked in. I mean, obviously we're in different places in our life and we're both homebodies in our own way. But yeah, I mean, I still talk to some people like now and again, you know what I mean? It's just, it's one of those things, like when you're on a reality show like that for 12 years and you're not filming, it's like you almost get used to just like cutting yourself off kind of for a little bit, like from everybody, because you really.
Not reality then? What do you mean? I'm so confused. I thought you were all friends. I thought you were in a relationship. Why the fuck would you do that? Liar pants. What are you talking about?
Enjoy the time away. So it's like we're almost like having.
Well, that's why you're all fired. You're fired.
To like learn how to like reconnect again in a way where it's like we don't have to watch what we say. We don't have to, and which has been, I gotta say, man, obviously the way the show got canceled, or not canceled, but recasted, it sucked to find out like that and to have it happen then. But it's been really nice. Like, I'm really enjoying like being in a relationship with somebody who, doesn't have to go through that, where we're not getting questioned on what we had for dinner like last night. And then, how many times I've
telling us how you fucked. You're telling us your whole business, and you're saying, nobody has to ask us questions. Blah, blah, blah. I like this. Ariana sucks. It's all her fault. Blah blah blah. God damn, shut the fuck up.
Wiped my ass in the morning. Like, it's literally like, if it's so.
She buy your pens and batteries? Does she buy pens and batteries? This fucking girl. Did she buy pens and batteries? I doubt it. This stupid fucking bitch probably doesn't even buy fucking toilet paper. Love you, but you're dumb.
It feels so invasive, man. Yeah, and it's.
Well, then why the fuck did you do it for 12 years, liar pants?
So nice.
Would you guys ever, if Bravo called?
Okay.
Nick, shut the fuck up, you act. You're so weird. Get this everything out of your face. You look like you're sinking in your seat. I don't know what you're saying. You're hiding behind the mic. You look like a fucking whack job. Am I crazy or is he stupid? Sorry, I'm just picking on these assholes because I feel like it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm projecting.
They're actually calling right now. Hello?
Shut up, dog, you fucking whack job. Look at you, dummy.
Bravo? Hey. Oh, yeah?
Jesus Christ.
Babe, you want to do it? What?
You're so funny.
She said, you're so funny. We'll talk later.
Fake brother.
Sorry, I wasn't that good, but.
Yeah, we'll use the.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck are we doing? Nick, Jesus Christ.
No problem.
Your wife is a better interviewer than you.
But no, yes, you don't care.
I'm not gonna fucking call, Nick. Nobody's calling them to do a fucking call. Who cares? Can you get the James, please?
Anything's possible, but no.
I like the idea of not really doing it. Does seem a bit toxic.
Do you fucking believe her? No. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, and what
they don't have your relationship
said
in there.
I don't want to do a reality show because it's toxic. You fucking liar.
Earlier,
he wouldn't leave his house. The reason they couldn't shoot with him and they were on pause for a little while because you drug addict wouldn't leave the fucking house and you motherfucker didn't get up till 8 at night. They couldn't film there because your house was disgusting and Ariana was no longer there, so they couldn't film with you. If they paused it, then they fucking fired your asses because you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck.
In their best interest.
Yeah, what you said earlier, like they cut things in certain shows.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
That I
make him look like a bad guy. This motherfucker never once got a bad edit. When did he get a bad edit? The fucking season after Scandival, he was the fucking hero arc. He had a redemption arc. So what the motherfucker are you talking about? Nobody got a bad edit, not even fucking Rachel. Everybody had good edits. It wasn't until afterwards we went after you in the fucking media.
I've noticed now that I'm watching more of like reality stuff and can make somebody look a certain way and whatever. I don't know. Well, it depends.
What are you talking about, bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? You don't know anything at all. Shut up.
On like what kind
Nobody makes anybody look bad. He's bad.
Of show it would be.
Yeah, and one thing
know
that
what
would
I'm
be
saying? Like
one thing that would be different if they did do something is it wouldn't be Vanderpump Rules again. It would be coming. I'm sure it would be coming into something sort of a.
The Valley's already made. You're not on it. Get over it. You're done. You're canceled. Get the fuck out of here. This is the last time I'm ever going to see you.
Different experience.
Suck it in, guys. Get it all in now because after this, fuck this scumbag.
Because what ends up happening is
I want him to go back where Jax is. Go back where Jack. Be friends with Jack. I don't know. Do something. Just get the fuck out of here. This dumbass bitch. Just interviews irrelevant.
Like her being my girlfriend, it's like she would just be Tom's girlfriend instead of like Victoria Lee Robinson.
Do you hear? What is he? What? Oh, okay.
Then coming in.
Oh, she'd lose her identity. You dumb fuck. Shut up.
To a situation like now, or if they did something different or pivoted, she would come in on an equal playing field. Because I don't know if you've noticed on Vanderpump.
What the fuck are you saying? She would be on an even playing field no matter what, asshole.
Rules, but like the new people that come in, there's a lot of like I don't do it, but there's a lot of hazing that goes on and a lot of like ganging up on the
new show that you haven't even fucking, you haven't even made up yet. The new show that you're making up in your head. What are you even talking about? There would be a new show. What do you mean? Hazing from who? The people that are not there yet? Some dumb fuck
person.
Yeah, there's like a,
I've be hazed. She would be Tom's girlfriend, not Victoria Robinson. Who the fuck is Victoria Robinson?
Never been that way. I've always been the opposite. What would be nice is if that did happen, at least there wouldn't be that. You wouldn't be getting hazed by people the way you would have if you would have came on Vanderpump Rules. Like you would have ganged up on. I felt like you didn't have a voice.
I think that would be fine.
She would be fine because nobody gives a fuck about her, Tom. Okay, it's Rachel we hate.
Yeah, you kick some ass actually.
Okay, whose ass would she kick? Oh, she would kick some ass. Who, motherfucker? Who? Bring it, bitch.
As far as your guys' relationship, are you guys just taking it easy?
Relationship? Who gives a fuck?
Easy, slow, like do you believe in marriage?
Yeah.
Do you guys talk about that stuff yet, or is it too soon?
What?
Yeah, we talk about it.
Okay.
We have to talk about it. Like I said earlier, it's like if we're not on the same page, I don't want to waste my time.
Okay. But that's what you guys both want.
We're not saying we're going to get married.
It was about time they actually answer a question with like a real actual answer.
Listen, like you said, you're adults. I mean, it is part of the plan, though.
We did talk about having sex in outer space.
Good for you.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
I
looked it up. I looked it up, and nobody's done it yet. And so
you
I'm
guys
like,
can have sex in our bathroom.
Hopefully, we'll be the first ones to do it in outer space.
So what's the deal with you and Chriselle?
Well, I'll tell you a story. Actually, for Valentine's Day, we went back to Craig's because it was like right after our like 1 year anniversary, and we had dinner there. And it was so funny. We were walking into Craig's. They're like asking me, like TMZ's there, and they're like, hey, so, because it's in the midst of traders, and they're like, so, like, what's going on with you and Chriselle, blah, 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 like, asking me, and I'm like, oh, we're best friends. We're, like, just joking around and going there, and then we're sitting at dinner. We end up running into Tara Reid and her boyfriend, Nate, and we had
Tara?
Yeah, Tara, yes. She's so sweet. She's super cool.
Oh, yeah, you were, oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She was at Craig's that night, too, when you guys met?
Yeah.
We actually ended up to be a double date.
Yeah, we ended up making a double date. Her boyfriend, Nate's so cool. Like,
she's very sweet.
She's a sweetheart.
She's super cool.
She looks great now, too, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
She looks really good. Yeah, so we're there. And get up, like we're all talking. We're like, get up, use the bathroom, and
he comes in and fucks you because it's Valentine's Day.
I walk by the same room we were in, and I see a group of people standing up to like take a picture. And
that you guys were in.
Yeah, that we were in, like after Special Forces.
The private
room. And I lock eyes with Chriselle. She's in that room taking a picture, and I was like, holy shit, babe! Like Chriselle's in that room. And
what? Who cares? It's a bathroom, asshole.
And I was like, we came back and I was like, you know what? I'm going to send them. I knew she saw me too. Like it just happened to be one of those things I looked in and it was like, we literally looked at each other and she like looked away and I was like, oh my gosh. And
Tom has one drink and he's already like, woo, because we don't really drink.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to send them.
This is crazy. I don't know what the story is about. He saw Chriselle in the bathroom, they had sex with, they locked eyes, and now it's, oh, get drunk. Ooh.
I'm going to send them around the shots.
I'm going to send them around the shots because they were in the bathroom and I fucked this girl in.
And so I sent them around the shots and the waiter told me.
For what?
They're like, oh, are you kidding me? What? Sure. Like, I was just like, let's, you know what I mean?
What? They were shocked that you sent them around the shots. Isn't that what normal people do at a bar when you meet your friend?
And let's let bygones be, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, there's not really any real beef between you two, is there?
No, I mean, it was.
I guess she's friends with your ex or whatever, and she wanted her back or something.
God, her story has changed quite a bit. It went from I remember when I watched. I mean, I got sent that part of the podcast, that clip.
What part of the podcast?
When she was here. When she was here,
okay.
Yeah.
I forgot what she said.
She said something along the lines of, "I went up to Tom to tell."
You're sweaty, Tom. You're sweaty all the time.
Tell him that like
You're sweaty all the time.
Followed Ariana on Instagram. Okay.
Sure.
And
like she's a girl's girl or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, when we did Special Forces, and obviously like you have a certain feeling towards me. Like, I get it. I fully get it. And especially back then, like, I fully understand. I
still
didn't go in Special Forces.
Actually, I feel worse now. I feel like I thought you were going to fucking come back to life. And so you're going to come back to reality. I actually said, I'm going to retract my question on, like, when you're ready to give me an answer that's, like, acceptable, I'll ask you again. Because you're obviously still processing and you're not ready to answer the question. And honestly, he's still not. Why are you like, oh my God, you fucking Peter Pan motherfucker?
Even knowing that you had said a lot of shit about me or whatever.
Who cares?
I didn't take anything out on you. I didn't treat you anyway. And in fact, I felt like we bonded.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
you definitely don't.
What's to do with Chriselle being in the bathroom? Back to that, please.
To your credit, like you said, you don't.
Back to that. Bring it around. Bring it around the train. Around. Oh,
don't do that.
You don't stoop to, whether it's stooping to people's level or fighting fire with fire. You don't do that.
No. And
what does that have to do with reading Chriselle in the bathroom?
I don't do that. I don't like to do that. I don't think it's cool. And, so going into something like that, we shared a car together on the way to the castle for the first time. And Dolores was there. And I think Jeremy was in the call, and we're all just like talking and just like whatever. Like, and she was like, I just so you know, I follow Ariana on Instagram. And I'm like, that's totally cool. I get it. You're a girl. Like, she's massively, successful. She's a hero now. Like,
she's not a hero. You cheated on her, fucking scumbag. That
fully understand. I also like Sierra's there. I know Sierra follows her. I know Dorinda follows her. Like everybody, Dolores, like I knew like probably if these are reality women in a castle, like on Traders, I'm assuming that at least 50% of them probably follow my.
Tom, shut up.
Yeah, sure. It's no big deal. When we took our blindfolds off, as a poker player, do you ever play poker? I don't play all the time, but you play. When somebody like sits up in their seat and they look down and they like have to like readjust themselves and they're like thinking about I gotta like. That's what happened when we took the blindfolds off. I clocked it. Tony right next to her clocked it. Like I asked Danielle, I said, give me 2 names. And one of them was Chriselle, even though she was a trader. But anyways, that's all it was, is I was just trying to play the game. And when I brought that up, her reaction to me, I didn't see it at the time. I didn't see it as a possibility. I'm like, there's only 2 reasons why somebody would react this way. Because when you see traders go after each other, you'll notice they throw more personal digs in. You know what I mean? Like if you watch like when somebody else gets accused, like who's not a trader, they're just like, okay, I understand what you feel. I'm definitely not a trader. I'm a faithful. This is why. They don't go, oh yeah, well your mother never loved you, or like, they don't sit there and say that shit. You definitely saw Bob the drag queen and like Boston Rob.
Or like to pile on because like, it's good for their engagement. It happens sadly, but
I noticed that because it had been,
it was frustrating to see you it felt like you were being resistant to just turning a fucking corner.
Jesus Christ.
50% of them.
No.
While we were sitting at the it was like
okay. So, you know what I got from this interview? Absolutely nothing. A bunch of lies about how they met. Now, how Dom's changed man, not a changed man. Some why isn't. I don't know. Fucking whatever, man. Sorry, that was a waste of our time. Maybe not. It was weird. It's just Tom is who he is. I guess it's not gonna. I don't believe this is how he's always been. I feel like something happened. He broke somewhere down the line, and he's not gonna come back to reality. I feel like that is actually. That's when I have to accept that right now. Because, geez, well, I don't know. Well, after as we were doing this, I was going to go to the Clayton Eckert thing. Is anybody interested in that? That's the Bachelor thing. And then if not, I was going to go with it. I got a bunch of reels and like shorts that revolve around Atlanta, like the back and forth that's going on. I was either going to do either that or that. But if you guys don't know Clayton Eckert, that's the Bachelor one, and it's so fucking wild. Let me see if I can get get all the good. Wait, where did I have it at? Hold on, I had it on ChatGPT. Hold on 1 second. Oh wait, it's in my notes. I'm sorry. It's in my notes. Let me get rid of this. So okay, let me get to it so I can like explain it the right way because there's such a rabbit hole with it. And where are my notes at? I can't stand this thing. Why did I put this over here? Come on, man. All right, you guys are there. That's there. Where are my notes? Oh, here they are. Okay. Start from the beginning. Oh my God, there's so many other victims. Yeah, God, it's crazy. All right, let's start from the beginning. Disclaimer. Man. Clayton. Okay. I got it from ChatGPT. And it's pretty, I don't know. Let me see if you guys are there because I don't have to share this with you, but I need to make sure you guys are still there. You can see me there. I guess I could, I don't know if it's not, probably not let me share it. I tried to share my notes before. Share screen. It has a notes tab. Important. How do I do this? I'm going to share this so you guys can see what I'm reading up. I'm trying to read the stuff that I have on them. All right. Well, you guys can see me. That's a good thing now. All right. So Clayton Eckert, Laura Owens saga. I get this as a Dave Neal podcast. Hopefully Mimir has I'll link that for you guys. I want to make sure you guys can see me, right? I'll make sure you can still see. You can see. Oh shit! No, hold on. You probably can't. Where'd Large go? Large left. Oh, I'm not gonna know if she comes back unless I hear it. But all right, so I'm gonna read it to you guys. I got the ChatGPT. I think Tommy and I know. It does. The craziest thing is for 12 years he was fine. Like he did. I thought he was a normal guy. That's why it's so heartbreaking for me. Not like I'm just like I'm only half serious when I say that, but it's like it's kind of fucked up. Like I was really a huge Tom Sandoval fan. Like he was like my number one person I wanted to interview. Like at one point, I'm trying to get the background away. Jax has been coddled for so long. He's been coddled for 20 years. The hell has that show been on? 10 years, 15 years? It's been on for a long time. He's been on reality TV since he was 21, right? Before that, right? He's always gotten what he's wanted. He's always been fucking, always got chance after chance. He's never grown up. He's even worse now than he was before. And I guess I think it's that. And then he's got to thank you so much for doing that. And I think he just honestly, Jax never wants to grow up, and he doesn't. I don't know why he's so. The thing is, he's so mad. This one's so mad at Ariana, and Jax is so mad at fucking Brittany for fucking what? Does that make any sense to you at all? Like, Aaron, I love your RQ. I love this. I love that. I just noticed that. Cute. Your channel's linked here, right? Yeah. Like, it's just to me, I don't understand like what happened to him. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's who they've always been. And people are like, oh, you just didn't see it. I saw it. Not very many people saw that shit in Tom. Like, the way he's acting now, it's like, I think there was a lot of pressure for him, but I don't know. He wasn't doing it. It wasn't like he had to be, he wasn't trying hard. He was, the reality show, the show was already a hit. The movie or the restaurant was just about as popular. Tom was doing well. At least what I thought anyway. Lisa seems like she's moving all the restaurants, though, out of Hollywood. So I don't know what's going to happen with Tom, because we know how they kind of like combined it with her other restaurant, the Vanderpump Garden. But and hey, people that are watching, I'm going to talk about the Clayton Echard and Laura Ellens. You probably don't even know who they are, but it's a really fucked up thing. And I don't think she was on The Bachelor, but he was. Actually, let me get you a picture of him at least, so you know who the hell these people are, and you know who I'm talking about. I didn't even know until I started watching Dave, and then Dave Neal, and then Laura, Lethal Lauren. I just said it earlier. Yeah. Wait, where's I want images? Hold on, come on, man. I have to be stupid. Okay. Laura Owens. They were never a couple. I don't even know how they met. I don't think she was on the show. They weren't even in a relationship. They hooked up one night. All right, let me just I'll show you like a thumbnail of people. There's a lot of lawyers cover their cases. It's been going on for like 2 years. How do I blow this image up? Okay. All right, StreamYard. Share. Okay. That's her. That's him in court. That's the court case. Okay. I'll play some clips for you too. But let me read what I got here. It makes no sense. It is crazy. Like how he's so mad at his mom too. It makes no sense. Yeah, like their mom, but that's weird. It's like I don't know what. It's fucking weird, man. Yeah. All right. So Clayton Echard. Wait, where's my notes at? What did I do? I had notes right. Sharing it with you guys. Oh my god, what happened? What was I reading from? Oh, my notes. That's what it was. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm gonna get in my notes real quick. You guys can see what I. No. Wait. Fuck. I just had it up there. Krista. God damn it. All right. Clayton Echard. Where are we at? That's just a Reddit pic. All right, now I'm going to go to my notes. I'm not going to be able to see you talking for a minute. Okay. So this is the saga starts. Okay. So It says our story begins with a seemingly innocent encounter. Clayton Eckert, known from his days on The Bachelor, met Laura Owens through a professional network linked to his real estate ventures. Okay. Their meeting, however, took a personal turn involving an evening where decisions were clouded by THC gummies, allegedly. Okay? So Clayton claims that the interaction was entirely consensual, limited to specific acts. Laura, however, later painted a different picture, accusing Clayton of inappropriate behavior. This accusation marks the beginning of a legal and public relations battle that neither expected. Now, so fraternity, not long after their meeting, a new twist emerged. So Laura informed Clayton that she was pregnant, implying that he was the father. Such a claim, if true, would have made no sense because all she did was give him fellatio. Okay. Court documents were filed. She said they had that. Court documents were filed and paternity tests were demanded. The public records in most jurisdictions, and they detail each party's claims and the subsequent legal arguments over paternity responsibilities, which is crazy because so now she says that she's pregnant by him, right? But they never had sex. Okay, so we get to how do I just get down there? Hold on, my computer's no idea. So okay, I can show you have pictures. Okay, so subsequent legal arguments of paternity responsibility. So the results of these tests and their impact on the allegations, okay, is a pivotal point in this whole thing, okay? The results of these tests have been, okay, now. As legal battles brewed, both parties turned to the media. Clayton used interviews and press releases to immediately deny any misconduct and disputed the paternity claims based on test results. Laura, on the other hand, utilized media appearances to frame herself as a victim, rallying public sympathy to her side. Her narrative was of being wronged by someone she trusted, a narrative that resonated with a lot of people, it says, right? Now, so all these reports started surfacing other men with eerily similar tales involving Laura Owens, okay? And, oh my God, how do I get down here again? God damn it. Because there's a lot of victims in the story. It goes on and on and on, right? Remember, he just had one night with her. That was it. And it was a blowjob. That was it. Okay. So, like, where am I at? Okay. So all these other men started coming out and saying they had similar interactions with her, right? It's like not even having sex with her, saying that they're DV and stuff, right? So, all these men alleged encounters that led to legal disputes, suggesting a pattern that could be not ignored on her thing, right? So these accounts were substantiated or not, paint a complex picture of Laura's interactions and raised questions about credibility and motives on all sides, right? So what began as a private dispute has ballooned into a public spectacle involving serious allegations, paternity claims, a battle over public perception, as Clayton and Laura navigate this tangled web of truth and perception. Literally, this is crazy. So now we get down here. So the legal responsibility thing, defamation. Okay. So now there's a breakdown of exactly what happened here. Now, there's a legal dispute between former Bachelor star Clayton Eckert and Laura Owens. Now it's complex, contentious, drawing significant public attention due to its unusual circumstances and the involvement of multiple parties. Below is a detailed overview of the events, the allegations, and the responses, for those involved. So there's a timeline. So April 2023, they have initial contact. Clayton Eckert's, he announces he's into real estate. He announces his real estate career, right? And so he moves to Phoenix and Scottsdale, right? Now, she's registered, established at Lizmax Investments, indicating so she had interest in real estate investments. Now, they meet via LinkedIn for real estate assistance. Their interaction led to a meeting where they both consumed THC gummies, right? Like we said earlier. Clayton maintains that their physical interaction was limited to oral sex. I have list of like Laura Owens victims and stuff up here, but I'll pull them up after this, right? Then we get to May of 2023. That's when the allegations surfaced. She says she was pregnant. She said I was unable to retrieve any specific information. Okay, I'm sorry, that was me saying that. Okay. She says she's pregnant. So Clayton Eckert, the former bachelor, found himself in Laura Owens. Clayton's and other victims, timeline. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Early claims, defamation, and manipulation. So all these other men are coming out why this is happening. He's still like, Jesus Christ, I only hooked up with this girl one time. Okay. Now there's mentions of multiple other victims who allege similar tactics of manipulation, fraud, defamation by Owens. These victims claim their reputations have been damaged, and some of them have lost their jobs. Somebody almost got a divorce as part of a larger orchestrated attack, either through false claims and aggressive legal maneuvering. Now, it says timeline of events, like we started that already, right? Okay, so we started with that. Defamation lawsuits and legal pressure. One of the key developments in this saga is defamation lawsuits that have been brought forth against Clayton and his supporters, right? People online. These legal maneuvers appear to be a way for Owens' legal team to silence opposing voices and pressure violent victims into silence. There is no victim. She's a liar. So appeals and legal responses. The case has entered a appeals process where both Clayton's legal team and Owens' camp are aggressively presenting arguments. Clayton supporters claim they are winning small victories, with some Owens' legal team members being forced into tough legal decisions. This is odd, man. Reputation and media spins. Clayton's team and independent observers suggest that the entire legal battle is a form of media manipulation, which is so strange, which both sides vie for control over public opinion, because she's ruined his character. The ongoing defamation suits and media responses and public appearances all point to a strategy where the narrative control is just as important as the legal outcome. Kind of like the same thing with Baldoni. Like, you forget about it, like, we go from this little lie allegation of something that the men did wrong, and then it's turned into all of this when it's like it proved not be true. Then all this is like the white noise around it. Now Owens' legal responses largely involve a strategy of deflecting blame, framing herself as a victim of harassment. She attempts to rally public sympathy. Many observers believe this tactic is being used to both discredit Clayton's version of events and simultaneously put pressure on the other potential victims who may consider coming forward. Like if any other guys want to speak against her. She's continuously denied accusations. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Laura Owens has continuously denied the accusations against her, claiming that the claims from Clayton and others are entirely fabricated or exaggerated. She asserts that her legal actions are entirely justified and that her reputation is at risk due to harassment and mistreatment. Oh my God, she's crazy. She started this. Oh my God, I already read all this stuff, didn't I? Some of Owens' defense has been emotional. The claims that public and media have misjudged her. She has expressed frustration with her personal story has been twisted by online critics and media outlets. Because you're a liar. She actually called the cops on Dave Neal. The bigger picture. Public manipulation, or considerably the speculation the entire saga is just illegal. Okay, whatever. Come on, we'll get back to the other stuff. While Clayton Echard might have initially benefited from his appearance on The Bachelor, his involvement with this legal drama has caused a significant amount of negative press. His legal team continues to fight and restore his reputation, but she can, particularly in the wake of damaging allegations from Owens and other figures. She says her reputation is also at risk, but she started this, right? Now, the ongoing saga between and may be much of media control. Okay, let me get to see. There's more. Okay, extensive background about this. I already went through this. Sorry, guys. Let me get to the other fucking victims. What do I do? Have the same thing over again? Oh no. Let me get out of that. So there's way more to this. Oh wait, I have the victims in that one. Okay. Get out of there. I don't know if you guys probably see where I'm at, right? Hi. I'm gonna go to Reddit for this. Actually, Reddit. There's a lot of stories on Reddit about it. I'll share it with you because they're so like. This is her. She's crazy, dude. Oh my God! Visit Reddit. Let's go to Reddit. You guys can see it, right? Yeah. Okay. Where was I just at? What's his name? Oh, Clayton Echard. There's so much about this on here. This fucking thing's annoying. I can't stand it. The thing was on here. Okay. Echard. And Clayton, Justice for Clayton. And Laura Owens. This is like a ongoing thing on here, too. This for Clayton. 11 days ago, because some just happened a couple days ago. Breaking con arts, Laura Owens loses appeal to Clayton Echard. The Bravo docket, let's see. God damn, this thing is moving by itself. God, I can't do it. Podcast exposes proof she faked baby bump. Oh my God, this girl's crazy. She actually had a baby bump and said she's pregnant with twins by him. I gotta get you guys caught up on that part though. Some questions about Laura Owens. Okay. All right. So this is a Bachelor Nation. Some questions about Laura Owens and the Kate Necker case. All right, you guys can see this, right? I hope you can see it. You can see it. Okay, good. Okay. I'm catching myself up in the Laura. Okay, so this is a year ago, right? Dave Neal's on this here. Does Laura Owens actually own any property in Arizona or elsewhere? Public records suggest she has always lived with her parents and she is not a property owner. There has been talk of that mommy and daddy pay for everything, the horses, the casita. The podcast guest is lawsuits against her first two victims, Clayton and now Dave. Is there anything to suggest that her parents want her to get help? Can mommy and daddy be okay? Is there okay? There's going to be answers to this down here. Does she really have epilepsy? Monster Energy drinks, which has guzzling, in November 2nd, 2023 hearing against Clayton, may provoke seizures. They're also not recommended for pregnant women, much less pregnant women who suffer from epilepsy and are pregnant with twins. For those who have known her history in high school and beyond, was there ever? All right, so these are questions like people have, probably we all have. Oh my God, did she start a fake investment company in May 2023 to lure Clayton into a real estate transaction? Why pretend to be a real estate investor? Oh my God, the property she claims is hers appears to be owned by a real estate investor in New Jersey, where I am. The horse world, it was just spring about this. Oh my God, okay. Where are the answers now? Where's the answers? Oh my God, where's the answers? Where's the answers? Isn't there answers? Hold on. Let's take Dave GoFundMe. Are these the answers? I don't know what this is. Okay, hold on. This is something. Rich Lieberman. This must be one of the victims. Oh my God, I don't know what this is. Okay, we'll get back to that. We'll get back there. Can mommy and daddy pay the bills? Okay. She get off the internet. Also, did daddy have an extramarital or a oh wow. Where's the answers? I'm like confused here. I'm catching myself. Okay. We need the answers though. Are these answers right here? Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe they're right here. I want to know the answers to the questions. This is not helping me. I guess am I stupid? Am I missing something? Do I not? Let me see what you guys are saying. Am I missing where the answers are? Like, it may not. Am I losing my mind? So confused. All right. I guess. Do you know how to use the Reddit? I'm so confused right now. Okay. So answer, is that like? Am I supposed to go there? Yeah, here. Laura Owens. Where are the fucking answers? Okay. I don't have any question. I want to know where are the answers to those questions. She's wasted so much time. I don't even know how to I don't know how to use this, I guess. I really thought the answers would be there. I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I mean, all I did was search their name and there's a whole thing about answers, some questions, but where's the answers? Do I have to join? Okay. Do I have to ask for the answers? This is Dave Neal. Okay, hold on. Metro Nation. Clayton's judge orders accuser to share proof that to her. She sent fake pregnancy stuff in. Dave actually caught her. They caught her online they found how she faked the pregnancy. What's it called? The sonogram. It's so crazy. There's so much to this plate. I want to know the answers to the questions. I mean, oh man, vagina first. What does that mean? Like, do I have to ask where the question and answers are? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess where's the answers? Comments. Media. Well, I don't know. I mean, I was trying to figure out where, like, I thought we'd have more questions. Like, I just, or it gives an update on our, okay. An update. Man, these are yesterday questions, okay? So, all right, let's see what this says. Oh, Dave's YouTube video. Okay. Sign up.
World of investigators in the world of Maricopa County. I'm going to get to that. But first, I'm going to share what Clayton had to say on his podcast, Beyond the Cover podcast. He had a personal Q&A, and he answered 2 different questions with regard to Laura Owens. Boy, what is it about men who wear black T-shirts? Am I right? Okay, black really bulks us up there. Okay, anyhow, I've got a lot to get into. And it has been an interesting week. I said going into this week, I was like, cool it with the Clayton stuff because I'm, the constant harassment and like subtle threats of lawsuits from Laura's attorney and all of the rewriting of history. And then, of course, new information comes across my desk and I go, good golly, this is looking really, really good for Clayton. And it wasn't always this way. If you're new to the story, maybe you caught the Bravo docket, whatever it's called, the lawyers who just started covering this case. I knew a lot of new people that found us. Clayton was accused of being the father of a lady's unborn twins without any real evidence, like a provable ultrasound. She took him to court to prove paternity or some random stuff. It's such a long story. The point being, she then later claimed she miscarried. She changed the date a bunch of times. And the only evidence she really ever had was some HCG levels were up on some pregnancy tests, even though she lied to me and created medical fraud by sending me an HCG test that was in the 140,000s when the real number was 102. What, 102,000? No, 102.00. So her HCG level was above what would trip a test. One of those tests, just like a COVID test, it's either you have it or you don't, either you're pregnant or you're not. That's what those tests are. Now, I don't know how she got that HCG in her system, but without ever proving she was actually pregnant and having a sizable belly bump, it's led to all these thoughts that it was all made up. And again, a judge ruled in Clayton's favor. But it's not over, right? It's not over. The judge recommended she get investigated by county prosecutors. And that's what leads us to today's story. So I'm going to share with you 2 different clips of what Clayton had to say. Again, the fact that he doesn't have at least 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel after all that he's been through, I'm telling y'all right now, watch my channel, sure, watch my clips, my commentary, but go support the man. The best way for him to move forward is to have a platform to tell his story. And, he's doing really good work. He's putting together really high quality stuff right here. So before I share that, it's been 1 year since Clayton walked out of court like a winner after losing to Laura Owens. And I want to share this clip. The Justice for Clayton official Instagram page, I can't say it enough, is doing such a good job. The Twitter, the timelines, everyone else is doing a great job as well. Specifically, though, because Instagram is kind of like the main place to share short form content. Look at this. So, justice for Clayton. If you're new here, Clayton, star of The Bachelor TV show, was falsely accused by an Arizona woman, Laura Owens, of fathering her unborn twins. She used her sister Sarah Owens' sonogram and a Halloween costume meme to obtain a fraudulent protective order against him in Maricopa County. So here Clayton is, not even knowing the camera's on him. Character is what you do when nobody's watching, pushing the chairs in. Now, he just lost in this moment. It was a big, big loss, but he walks out of there with his head up high, and he goes on with his life. That's a man who wasn't going to take, he wasn't going to put this story into, he wasn't going to let it like shift him from his trajectory, right? So anyway, let's go to what he had to say. Two different Q&A, two different questions here on his podcast, Beyond the Cover.
Taking them
off. Do you have trouble trusting women since your court case?
I have trouble trusting people, not so much women from the court hearing specifically, although I would say that I'm having trust issues from I guess it's stemming from partly that. It's also stemming from me feeling that I was taken advantage of multiple times in my life, like since I've come off TV, where people just want to be around me to ride my coattails or, see if they can get the backstage passes. So they
By the way, Laura wasn't just riding his coattails. Okay.
Claim to be friends, but they're just looking for a fun experience. So it's been a culmination of those experiences with people taking advantage of my friendliness, plus, this individual taking advantage of me, trying to force a relationship that, overall now I feel that I have to hold myself to a higher standard. If I'm going to vibrate at a higher frequency and expect myself to be in the same room as people that also, vibrate at a higher level, that are super successful, that are really positive, energy attracts energy. And I can't be walking into a room with individuals that have more figured out than me, and then bring in my negative aura into that room.
It's so true. You can play the victim, or you can be a victim. Clayton here is the victim of fraud, in my opinion. Yeah. You can be the victim, but not play the victim. When you play the victim and continue to ruminate over how you've been victimized and this and that, you will present such a negative energy. Now, again, like I'm saying, there's plenty of victims that exist out there, and there's plenty of people that have their trauma. Trying to overcome that is the best way, like trying to not just bury it, but overcome it is the best way to move forward. Because if you were to like say you have say you just got fired, right? And then you're down on your luck, and then someone meets you and you're like, oh dang, I suck, I just got fired. That person's not going to hire you. They'd only hire you if you were like, yeah, I was just let go, but I'm excited for new opportunities because I'm just bringing so much passion and energy into.
Hi, I'm Brett. And I'm Jonathan. This is Darla. And this is Buddy.
We're the founders of the Farmer's Dog.
We've made an entirely new way to feed your dog.
What I'm doing. So it's simple law of attraction rules is that like begets like, right? And so you can't fall down to Laura's level, because then she wins. And I've struggled with this myself. Where I've had issues of distrust and issues of paranoia and issues of like, are people talking about me behind my back? And again, there was truth to that paranoia because Laura was emailing my peers telling them if they reported on the story that I was covering, she would sue them. Again, that got back to me because
I wonder if I'm going to get sued.
I know people that have strong conviction that are defenders of mine, like the Dear Shandy podcast. When they were sent a letter from Laura Owens saying, hey, if you cover this case and agree with Dave, I'm going to sue you. What did they do? They sent me that. They let me know. They gave me the heads up. I'll never forget people like that in my life. And I'll never forget the community that stuck by me, the Patreon that has stuck by me, those that offer me words of encouragement, because it was hell. And I wasn't even a part of it. I was just part of the baseless threats. All right, let's continue. Here's the meat and potatoes where Clayton says he thinks she's going to jail.
Good.
And expect myself to.
Oh, I lost it. Here it's from the 2653. Here is what he says. It's interesting, folks. Real interesting stuff.
How did the court turn out with the crazy girl?
So again, depending on when this comes out, right now we're winning, and we're winning big, man. And I say that with full confidence. I genuinely believe this woman is going to face her day and behind bars. I don't believe anything else, and she deserves it. She deserves to get help, but she won't. Yeah. So if she's not going to get help.
Yeah, the stupid. Yeah. Oops.
Doesn't get prosecuted by county prosecutor, that the investigation doesn't lead to anything. Now, why do I think that? I'm going to break it all down for you. And again, I've been talking about this all week long. There's been a robust chat happening on the Patreon community. And by the way, I have opened up a voicemail line. If anyone wants to leave a voicemail line for the podcast, 401-558-7841. You can call in. I can't guarantee I'll play everyone who calls, but voicemails are already coming in, 401-558-7841. Leave a comment, ask a question, and that's where I'll be. And I'll be sharing that all on the podcast, The Rush Hour. And you can scan that QR code if you want to be a part of that community. Again, the podcast is completely free. It's on your phones. It's in your in your car. It's, walking your dog, driving to work. That's where you can go listen. Maybe listen while you're canoodling with an audience. Put together a campaign to get Rachel Mitchell's attention. She's the county prosecutor. She's been appointed. I shouldn't say not appointed. She's been elected as a prosecutor. As a lawyer, she's in charge of doing what's best for her county. You have district attorneys, county attorneys. You have the attorneys general of the state and of the country. So Kamala Harris was the attorney general of California, right after being the attorney general of San Francisco. Do I have that right? Anyhow, the point being is these are the top dog law officers. Let me know on the Patreon if I'm representing this correctly. And we wanted to get Rachel Mitchell's attention to say, this is happening in your county where this is a clear case of perjury. There's clear medical fraud. There's all these things going on. Now, in Clayton's case with Laura Owens, with regard to the family court, so much was left out of that was deemed not important to that specific case that won't be left out of whatever the investigators are looking into with the county prosecutor. So because of the mail campaign that Megan Fox and I did, people wrote letters from all over the world. They wrote them from the United States. They wrote them from Maricopa County. They wrote them from Canada and England. And I think we got them from as far away as Zimbabwe and New Zealand. And I am not kidding. So while they might not be the electorate for Rachel Mitchell, I think it sends a clear message that audiences are watching this. And when a documentary comes out, will a prosecutor sit on their hands and do nothing about the crimes that are going on?
That we we did a video about it and that we're supporting them. I don't know. I think it's not the same.
In their county, or will they take action? Now, look, I understand there's a lot of crimes not prosecuted. A colleague of mine was just assaulted in broad daylight by another comedian outside of a comedy club, and it was caught on camera, and the county prosecutor or the Los Angeles district attorney is not prosecuting. So I see cases where prosecutors ignore crimes even though they're actually there. And then we see times where, take Hunter Biden, where he was going to get off on a plea deal, and then people were like, no, what are you doing? And then they said, okay. So they listen to their electorate when the voices are loud enough. Our voice collectively has been loud enough to say, Rachel, we need you to check this out. Then Rachel, of course, does check it out. I'll share a clip of what she has had to say. And that to me was the craziest. When Rachel Mitchell actually started offering updates, I thought that was flipping insane. I couldn't believe this was happening. Here's what she had to say.
Update as to where you're at in that process and potentially a time frame as to when a decision could be made.
I know, in fact, I was talking to one of the investigators working on it this morning about an update, and I know they're going through it quickly. They've talked to a number of people, and as you can imagine, it's gathering information from a number of different sources, medical courts, etc. So they're busy working on that.
So there it is. She said she was talking to one of the investigators. So there are multiple people dedicated to investigating Laura Owens. And who else? Her mom?
Yeah.
Her sister? Probably not her sister because she lives out of state, but her mom lives right there. What other crimes might exist? So even with these updates, I was like, oh my gosh, just because they're investigating doesn't mean they're going to do anything. Well, I'm here to say, as information has come in and as I have sifted through this information, I believe the best thing for Laura Owens to do right now is get a criminal defense attorney. I believe she will be indicted by Maricopa County.
Ladies over 180 pounds. Start your 7-minute indoor
prosecutors. We looked into it. I hope I have my facts right here, but in most cases, when you're indicted, you lose. The federal government does not want to go to trial if they don't have a very strong, some call it an airtight case against somebody. Now, every once in a while they do lose, but I think 95% of the time in Maricopa County, when the prosecutors indict somebody, charge them with crimes, 95% of the time they do a plea agreement. So I'm going to make up fake numbers here. Okay, I'm going to pull this straight out of my tush. If they find that Laura Owens committed medical fraud, if they find that she lied under oath, if they find several different things and they're able to add up all of those crimes, they might charge her. Again, this is a hypothetical. They might say, we are charging you with these crimes, which can total 22 years in prison. Again, I'm just making these numbers up. Okay. Then they might say, if you plead guilty in a plea deal, we will give you a lesser sentence of 6 months in jail and mental health counseling or whatever other resources they can provide. So if Laura's looking at that going, hey, even though in my world, I believe I was pregnant, I still committed all.
There's so much more to this, like so many more victims. Like she called 911 on Dave before for doing a podcast episode about her.
All of these other crimes, emailing fake medical documents, doing this, doing that, whatever else that might be on there, then she might take that plea agreement. Now, people have taken a plea and then ended up changing their story afterwards. So if I could predict something, here's my prediction. She's going to get charged with a crime. She's going to take a plea deal. She's going to do whatever that plea deal says, which is go to jail for 6 months. Maybe they'll let her off after 2 months on good service and whatever else. And then a year later, she's going to write a book or a blog or a podcast about how she served jail time and she was the victim of, being let down or whatever. And I think if you do a plea deal, that here's my thoughts. And again, I could be wrong on how this works. I don't know if you rescind what you said in the plea deal. Like, put it this way. If she pleads to some of these crimes and says, I did commit perjury, I did do this, I never was pregnant. If she says all that, takes the deal, and then a year later says, no, I made that all up, I think she should be recharged with the same crimes or given, that's just my thought. I don't know how it all works out. Again, a little complicated when you're not an expert here because they've got, there are lawyers that specialize in family court. There are lawyers that specialize in internet fraud. There's lawyers that specialize in bullying YouTubers online because they don't have real income. There's lawyers that specialize in criminal defense. So it's very tricky. In most cases, the higher up you get in the food chain, you're very specialized in what you do in the court system. But I can tell you this, I would not want to go up against the resources of the federal government, or I guess in this case is the state government. I would not want to go up against the resources because look, again, I don't know how it all works, but if anyone can tap into a phone line, if anyone can show up to your house with a, have they raided her casita? I don't believe so. I think we would have found that out already. But, if I'm Laura Owens, I'm driving to a dumpster far away to throw out what I believe to be is a pregnancy suit in whatever other hard drives she has. What we know is that Laura has used the excuse as to why she doesn't have certain photos and evidence she was pregnant because she got a new phone. But then she'll also pull out of her ass, voicemails from Mike Maricini's mom from 8 years ago. So she'll use whatever tools she has to her advantage to win. But right now, it is not looking good for her. And again, we've been talking about this all week long. I'm not going to share anything further because I do have multiple sources coming at me from multiple directions. There's a lot of people that are coming at this from all different angles. And I now believe, and again, I've said this before in this video and I'll say it again, I now believe they are planning to charge Laura Owens with crimes. And we'll have to see if anyone else is getting tangled up in this mess. If she goes to trial, I vow I will be there in a much larger journalism van than I had last time. I will be now that I know that I can get better parking, I will be there with better internet covering live from the courthouse. I will also be at again, if this is public information, I will be at the penitentiary. Did I pronounce that right? The prison, if she ends up going to jail, to report live from there. Why? Because this case is worth seeing through in our Bachelor community. Anyone who tells you, why are they still covering it, is absolutely insane, because this is the biggest and most wildest thing to ever happen in Bachelor Nation. And as a Bachelor Nation news channel, of course, we're going to see this through. As far as the documentary is concerned, that's something that's still being pitched and sold. I am taking matters into my own hands to continue to share my story on whichever platforms I can. Again, all I've done this whole time is offer my opinion and provide hard, tangible evidence when it comes to me. We've shared literally every aspect of everything Laura
I found a good timeline on Reddit about with her situation, everything that she did. But I'm actually getting tired, guys. I'm getting tired. I want to go eat dinner. But like, we should revisit this definitely. I don't know. See, let me do the timeline thing because it looks really good. And this like has the other people in there. Okay, August 23rd. So I guess this is multiple pregnancy timelines and the Clayton Eckert versus Jane Doe paternity test. Oh my God. So I'm such a nerd. I created a spreadsheet to sort out everything in this Clayton Eckert paternity. Oh my God. Spreadsheets and all. Good grief. Pregnancy timeline maintained. Okay. Upon Big Fart 694 recommendation. Thank you. Adding some additional court public disclosure. Okay. This is crazy. All right. Pregnancy timeline maintained until February 21st, 2024. Maintained his pregnancy. May 20th, date of conception. JD. Who's JD? Claims it was an intimate encounter and got fluid down there. Who's JD? Oh, Jane Doe. It's her. Okay. Date of conception. JD. Clayton claims it was an intimate encounter and got down there. Clayton claims it was 2 blowjobs with heavy grinding. June 1st, Laura contacts Clayton saying she tested positive for pregnancy. June 11th, JD has positive pregnancy test taken in front of Clayton. That's Laura. JD's Laura. July 7th, Laura sends Clayton an ultrasound, now admitted to be doctored. Okay, now admitted to be doctored in her March 1st deposition. I think this is also where she claims it's twins, but I'm not entirely sure. And then we go to August 1st. Laura Owens files petition to establish paternity. August 23rd, Laura files to establish a parenting plan. Oh my God. September 18th, the Sun and the Medium articles are published to expose that Clayton refuses to accept responsibility for her twin children. Laura is allowed anonymity, so she's like anonymous at this point and includes proof. So that's why we're calling her Jane Doe for now. Wow. Okay, I wish I gave you this earlier. Okay, let's remember they only two blowjobs and heavy grinding. September. Okay, wait now and then proves proof. September 21st or 22nd. Laura publishes that she is an anonymous woman on Reddit who provided proof of her pregnancy, argues against all people who question the validity of her documents. October 6th, paternity test, little to no fetal DNA. October 11th, JD Laura release sonogram, reverse searched and found out to be from 6 years ago. After this finding, she claims the sonogram is fake and somebody hacked her account. So she lied about it. October 24th, she looks visibly pregnant during her IHE hearing. I don't know what that is. Asked to show Clayton her pregnant belly. Probably she had a pregnancy suit, by the way. November 2nd, Laura states in IAH hearing, part 2, that she is 24 weeks pregnant and saw her OBGYN last Friday. Okay, now we go to December 6th. Paternity test 3. Little to no fetal DNA. Test 2 got lost in the ether, she says. December 8th, Laura publishes a Medium article that denounces the cyberbullying she has undergone. She states that she does not want any congratulations on her upcoming pregnancy. This text and any text alluding to her being pregnant at the time of writing this article is edited out in most recent iteration of the article. This is great. December 28th, requests motion to dismiss paternity case as she is no longer pregnant. So by this timeline, she had a miscarriage. Okay, she had miscarried between October 28th and December 28th, right? Didn't say anything, but not even pregnant really though. Okay. Pregnancy timeline maintained till, okay, I'm sorry. When she was 24 to 32 weeks pregnant. This would be a stillbirth by Arizona law. 20 weeks or later requires a death certificate and would require medical intervention. So, okay, remember that part. Pregnancy timeline 2, maintained from February 21st, 2024 until April 11th. Denial from GW, nor motion to compel lunch. I don't know what that means. May 20th, date of conception. JD claims this was penetration without consent in her March 1 deposition. This is another guy? Another guy? No, him. Oh my, okay. So JD miscarries without her knowledge, According to her CK lawyer's comments in February 21st status conference hearing. Is this another guy? Another guy? Okay, hold on. So by this time, she had to have miscarried twins between September 2nd and November 2nd, when she was 15 to 24 weeks. If she wanted to claim she thought she was still pregnant in October due to elevated HSC levels, at that she would have been claiming 21 weeks pregnancy, and this would require a stillbirth in Arizona. If she wanted to claim that she miscarried earlier, but she just thought she was pregnant in October. This would mean she never dispelled the fetal matter, which could potentially lead to sepsis due to retaining fecal matter when medical intervention to remove. So she'd have to have it removed. Now we're on pregnancy timeline 3. I don't know if this is another guy or from GW denial of motion. GW must be another guy. May 20th, we did that one. This is fucking wild by timeline. So there's another pregnancy. By this timeline, she had to have miscarried around July 23rd, so within 9 weeks of her pregnancy. So this is another guy, another lie. Wow. Okay, here we go. We still got more, okay? Okay, that's like questions. Guess that timeline's over? I need to update my timeline. Okay. I don't know, guys. I'm getting a little tired. Oh, here's a good one. Man. What? Fake abortion regret. HMA question challenge. Pressured abortion by who? Planned Parenthood. She miscarried again? Man, this is go back to, oh my God, this is 2016. Oh, she's been doing all this shit back since for a long time. Wow. All right. We're done with this one for now. All right. My head hurts right already. We're going to revisit this one. All right, guys. We're going to revisit. This is crazy. Dave gets involved when she starts suing the fucking, starts suing podcasters for talking about it. I'm probably going to get a fucking cease and desist from this fucking dummy. You know what I mean? My God. Well, thanks everybody for joining and hanging out. I'm disappointed in Tom. I can't deal with this, man. She's crazy. That is certifiable. She claims domestic abuse and everything. And these men don't even date her. It's all the way back 2016. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna go eat dinner, guys. I'm hungry. Today was a good day. I have a lot of Atlantic stuff to talk about still. We got a lot to talk about with Kenya. There's gonna be a lot going on this week because Kenya's out here running her goddamn mind. Thank you. I appreciate you. And the people watching, even though we went down. It's okay. I love y'all. It's been a while. Wow, 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I gotta go eat. I love you. I love you. Best podcast producer ever. Thank you for sending me all that stuff. I love you. I don't know if we're doing a show tomorrow. I forgot it was tomorrow. It was Wednesday. Oh my God, am I doing a show tomorrow? Let me know if I'm doing a show tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's Beverly Hills. I don't know. Am I doing a show tomorrow? All right, maybe we are. I'll let you know in the morning. Might have to save it. My head hurts. I don't know. I'll let you know in the morning. I love you. Everybody, please comment, like, subscribe. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.